Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere, welcome to Thursday Night Live. Oh my goodness, Kelly Green's back. Hey, buddy.
I'm back, baby.
He's back. And, man, I'm happy to have you back. You were at the tennis world, the guy over 50 tennis world championship, and did you win?
My wife and I played mixed doubles where we played together as a team. We got beat in the semifinals.
Oh, man. See, but you didn't get a trophy, or did you? Was it put on by millennials? Then everybody got a trophy?
No trophy.
Sorry, millennials. All right.
I do want you to know what I gave up tonight to be here. My wife is playing a tennis match. I gave up the opportunity to go watch her play in a short tennis skirt and tight tank top. I chose you over her. I'm still scratching my head over that one.
Well, thanks, man. But you know, she'll come home and then end up in your bed anyway. So there's that. Tonight, our guest is Jason Shepard. That's right, Mr. Two Watch from Remote Pilot. Not that one. No, not that one. Where's it? Yeah, there it is. RemotePilot101.com and M0A. We're going to talk about possible new FAA regulations. So have your questions ready for him. All the questions that you email me about. Ken, what about 250 grams? Can you go 600 feet up? Can you do a cartwheel on the runway in Class Z airspace? All that stuff. Have that stuff ready. And we're going to find out if Kelly is finally on Boshart's wall. I've got a good feeling.
I've got a good feeling, too. I've got it on good authority. People are talking about it in the chat. I'm 99.4% certain that I'm on the wall tonight.
You keep that hope alive. And, but right now, ladies and gentlemen, our best sponsor ever. I'm talking about the Cadillac of processed meat. A pigeon. A jerky.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
Yeah.
And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky,
the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Pigeon Jerky. You're the best. Now, I forgot to mention that Jeff Sills will not be here again this week to do the news, and that's because he's got the COVID. And there was a few days there where it was touch and go. I was really worried about him because he has existing lung conditions and all that, but he has taken the treatment, and he's feeling a lot better. I talked to him on the phone earlier, and he was screaming at his kids, so he's getting enough oxygen.
Gotta be.
I can see him at the doctor's. Doctor, will I have enough oxygen to yell at my children? Yes. Oh, thank goodness. All right. So him and his family, they're doing well. He should be back next week. But in the meantime, we've got our buddy from Britain on standby, Sean Geeksvana, gonna class it up with the news. But first, let's go ahead and thank the people that have contributed to the show already. And I saw it in the super chats are coming in. People are already talking about the trains, and I want to thank people who were early in the chat very much. Rob Muller with the $5. Yeah. First super chat from Robbie from Harlem. Hi, Ken. TNL friends. Rob Agnew, Drone Rob, always in there supporting the show with $20. Tip jar money for the Zoom. Yeah, that's a whole other story. I'll talk about the Mazda if you want me to. And Aviano Aerial Photography, $50. Thank you so much. And now they're starting to come in right now. And I will say that a portion will go to Jeff Sills to help cheer him up. But the rest will go to the Mazda Fund. But let's see. Let's see what we got here. TMC 3D with the $5. Locomotive number 1. The train starts here, he says. Thank you very much, TMC. Can I call you TM for short? D&D Aerial Views, that's Keith. $5 from him. Train, someone said train, here we all go. Jack, none the wiser. $3 super sticker. Thank you, Jack. I don't think I've seen him in the super chats before. El Smaghead, with a 20-pounder. Thanks, man. Man, usually he's too drunk to do anything but watch.
Oh,
but,
my. He'll withdraw that.
No, no refunds. He says, if Kelly Green is on Boshart's wall this week, I'll donate another 20. Don't do it, Boshart. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's more valuable to me to see this face whenever he's not on the wall.
My wife is on the wall. I should be on there with it. Your ex-wife is on the wall. Why am I not on the wall?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. But there's somebody in the picture with your wife. Who is that?
I can't remember. Who was it? Ric Flair?
The Nature Boy, yeah. Yeah. Art Code Drone Solutions with a $5. He says, if you run in front of a car, you'll get tired. But if you run behind your car, you'll get exhausted. That is true.
Dang it.
Such
There goes
sage
one of my jokes.
advice from Artco. Thank you. Yosef Moylan Carter with a 5-pounder. Jeff plus his news makes this show great. No disrespect to Ken intended. Oh, and Kelly, you're the best co-host. How about that? Woo! Here's what Kelly has to say about that.
Brother, when you want the best co-host, who do you call? Do you call El Smeghead? No, you don't. Do you call Jake the Snake Sloan? You don't. Do you call Geeks Vana? Absolutely not. You call the Rolex wearing, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun. Woo!
Okay.
It's me and I'm back.
Wow. You got your 5 pounds worth there, didn't you?
Dang right.
Geeks Vana, we don't charge you, man, but thank you so much for the 5-pounder. Choo-choo, he says. Little Sharp Boshart with a Canadian $2. Howdy, Ken. Here's to another TNL. Thank you. Thank you, little Boshart. Ben T is back. You can always depend on Ben T to give you plenty of support. Thanks for the $10. He says, put some owl eyes on the Mazda to scare away the other cars. I tell you what, the other cars are already scared, especially the ones driving behind me because they're in a smoke screen.
The smoke is pouring out.
Yeah. Shelby Vol with the $2. What's up, Ken? It's the Flying Wing Master, Shelby Vol. Thanks, Shelby, for hanging out, stopping by. Joe Blaylock with the $5. Choo Choo, he says, thank you very much, Joe. Big Water UAV Solutions, $5. Hope Jeff is feeling better. And he is feeling better. Thank you very much for talking about that. Alan, a.k.a. Alien Applewhite, with the $5, adding to the Jeff Fund Get Well Jeff. And TMC 3D, again with the $10, is the much shorter version of the Model Citizen 3D. Oh, that's right. Yeah, thank you. I didn't know what that stood for. Well, the train keeps on going. Far be it for me to stop. Join in if you want to. It's a love train. WHM3 with the $20. Choo choo, all aboard the Jeff Sills Get Well Soon train. Yes, we've got an entire car filled with movie memorabilia and really tight hoodies. Tater Rogers with the $5. Thanks, Tater. Hope you're doing all right. Get Kelly to do the floss dance. Choo choo. Do it.
I'm not sure how. I don't know how to floss. That went out
Thank
like
God.
a year and a half ago.
Thank God. I was going to have to get some therapy. Mr. FPV with the $5. Charging packs and TNL. How could it get any better? I was charging packs earlier today.
I was smoking packs.
Were you?
No.
Okay. Drone Rob with 216, adding a train car. Thanks, Rob. And Eric Swanson with the $10. Happy TNL Day. Here's some cheddar to make it better. Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much. And Genesee's watching. Cool. Hi, Genesee. She's up there in New York. She says, here's to helping that sexy man, Jeff. That's right. You know, a portion of these super chats will go to Jeff. Poor guy can't even afford a shirt. That's just a shame. First thing we're going to get, well, after the nipple rings, then we're going to get him a shirt. Yeah, then the bra, then the shirt. DNR Rocky Raccoon with the $10. Get well soon, Jeff. Here's to a great show tonight, my friends. Thank you very much, TNR Rocky Raccoon. J. Larry Rice with the $20. Get to watch live for a change. Who are you babysitting? Who are you babysitting, Kelly?
What is that? I don't even know what
Don't
that
know
means.
what that means, but if anybody else in the chat is babysitting, let us know. Cliff Coombs, cliffhanger photo with the $5. Wish me luck buying a Tesla tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh, not the Plaid. Tell me if you're getting the Plaid, I will come visit you if you let me drive it. Let me drive it. I want to drive it. That's a good thing about Teslas. Unless they crash, you're not going to get smoked.
Would you trade the Mazda in for a Tesla?
A Tesla Plaid? Yes, because then I could sell it and get 4 Mazdas. Newfoundland Drones with a Canadian $10 super sticker. Thank you very much. And Northern Tier FPV with a $20. Get well soon, Jeff. It's not the same. No birds. Ha ha. It isn't the same, and this is the longest that Jeff has ever been away from us. I feel naked without him, but thank goodness for Geeks Vana. Eyes by Drones watching down there in Australia. And anyone else want to contribute for a bribe to Boshart to keep Kelly off the wall? Oh, okay.
No, that's not
Yeah,
how it works.
we
You
can
would've
do that.
paid to get me on the wall.
No. We can definitely do that. Absolutely. By the way, I'm curious. Alexa, what time is it in Sydney?
In Sydney, it's 10:10 a.m.
10:10 a.m. Okay, cool. And it's still winter. It's winter in Australia. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Yeah. Leonard Oglesby, $10. Go on, give us the next chapter of the Mazda saga. It will be therapeutic. Let loose. Oh, I will. Later in the show. We got to get to the news. And our guest, Jason Shepard, tonight, who is standing by, no doubt watching all this craziness. Lexus with a $10. Ken, box number 2 is shipping to you tomorrow. You won't believe what I actually found to put into it. I'm not leaving for my trip until Monday. Glad I was able to attend tonight. Thanks for watching live, Lexus. She's a big supporter of the show. And she's been sending me care packages with weird stuff. Keep the weird stuff coming, Lexus. Ron Roulette with a $10. No message from Ron, but here's what Ron meant to say.
Kelly Green should be on Boshart's wall of shame.
That's exactly what he meant to say. And 10 Toes with a $5. Thank you, 10 Toes. Does it take 4 RX-8s to keep one going? Actually, yes. Yes, that is true. Thank you, everybody. And 10 Toes, you're the caboose for now. Really, really appreciate the support. And now, right before we get into the news, and incidentally, I don't know if you saw over here, I've got lots of viewer videos. And the viewer video of the week, it's very unique. And I wish I'd get more videos like this, but it's really cool. Tonight, with 1 second song, someone is going to win this Akaso Brave 7. This is an action camera.
Nice.
4K, 30 frames. This is a really good camera. I had another one and used it quite a bit. So somebody's going to win this tonight with 1 second song. So do stick around. We got free will filters. We got GPC cases. But first, we've got to find out, will Kelly be on Boshart's wall? Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading up to the Great White North with the weekly Boshart.
Hi, Ken. Jim Boshart back again with another episode of the Weekly Boshart. Last week's episode with Josh Bixler, 2 million subscribers. That's fantastic. And he does awesome work. All right, let's get right into it. If you're not a member, you should be a member.
So when you're out on these trips and you're going on these glaciers, then it's just National Geographic, BBC, sorry, Sean. And it's just beautiful, right?
Why
just
are you apologizing?
Pristine. And you have to pee. What do you do? Do you make Yellow Glacier?
And in my head, I hear David Attenborough narrating every step.
Well, let's get right into it, shall we? What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener.
Oh.
Not to brag, but I defeated our local chess champion in less than 5 moves. Finally, that high school karate lessons finally paid off. What do you call it when Dwayne Johnson buys a cutting tool? Rock, pay for scissors. I found a wooden shoe in my toilet today. It was clogged. My hotel tried to charge me $50 extra for air conditioning. That wasn't cool. If towels could tell jokes, do you think they would have a dry sense of humor? And now a quick one, because as usual, we are running out of time. I went to a wedding where all the guests ended up getting food poisoning from the buffet. It was a real party pooper. On that note, bye and bye.
Oh, thank you, Boshart. Kelly, you look bored there for a minute.
Red Skelton makes the wall? He's been dead for 40 years. What the heck?
Red Skelton, yeah.
Red Skelton?
I noticed that, right? Next week, Charles Nelson Riley. Charo.
Joanne Worley makes the wall next week.
What other random stars? Randolph Mantooth.
George Goebel next week.
George
on Boshart's
Goebel.
wall.
Oh, my God. Anyway, kids, go ahead and Google those. I don't think even Google knows about those stars. But let's go ahead and get into the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Heading over into the drone newsosphere. Way over in the UK, live from Britain, it's Geeks Fana. What's happening, buddy?
Hey, Ken. Hey, Kelly. How are you both?
We're doing all right. What's new with you, buddy?
Hey, well, we've got plenty of drone news to get into this evening, including some leaks on the new Artel drones, which I think is very exciting.
Hold on. There's something wrong. There's something.
What's wrong?
Are you okay? You got something stuck in your throat? You don't sound like yourself.
Oh, hang on. I think I'm in US mode. Hang on. Oh, is that better?
Oh yes, that's much better.
Okay. Yeah.
I see.
Oh, hang on. I pushed it too far, the posh end.
Oh.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, there you go.
Back.
There you go.
There we go.
Right,
there we go. I'm
good.
back.
All right.
I'm back.
What do you got, buddy?
Okay, well, first up, we're going to talk about the new Autel drones. Autel are finally, it seems by these leaked pictures, actually getting into the sub 250 gram drone market. Yay!
Yeah.
And yeah, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, we only have a few leaked pictures so far. There's kind of the Parrot and Affy Skydio looking controller type contraption, but we're told they're 4K. You can see obstacle avoidance on the back there. We're told that it's 3-side obstacle avoidance, which will be very exciting in such a small drone. Hopefully, it will be compatible with their smart controller, but again, we don't have that information yet. But also, there's one other photo in that little batch. I don't know if you've got that as well.
Don't have it.
I'm slipping into the American accent.
Oh, you are.
But there's actually also a second lower end consumer model to match the size and probable specifications of the Air 2S.
Oh.
So we could be looking at a fairly quick release of 2 consumer grade Autel drones, which is pretty exciting.
That is
and you
exciting.
Get them in 4 different colors.
4 different colors
Autel orange,
and flavors: orange,
great,
vanilla, licorice, and cherry. Yummy. Now that would be something if they were scratch and sniff, and they actually smelled like. Kids, don't eat your drones; just fly them.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay, and up next, drones have been used in the UK to help bring back to life a Grade 2 listed building, which has been abandoned and also suffered from fire damage. Now, the multi-million-dollar refurbishment will be basically helped along by the use of drones to map the damage and understand the work needed. You see, here in the UK, Grade 2 listed buildings, they're actually protected, so there's only certain things you can do to them. So you've got to be very careful when you refurbish. You can't just say, we don't want that wall, and we can change this, etc. You have to do it very carefully. The drones used include the DJI Matrice and the one that you can see there in the pictures, which is the Elios 2 from Flyability, which is the same drone seen tested last year inside Chernobyl's reactors. And that's around a $70,000, $50,000 to $70,000 drone, but it can actually right itself. It's in that cage, so it can bump into things. It won't fall out, etc. Absolutely incredible piece of mapping technology. Expensive, but of course, it's going to give you that head start when they're trying to refurbish the building.
Can you get 2 of them and have like a little derby action, like a little, one-on-one?
Yeah, I think we need to suggest that to their marketing department.
That's a great idea.
I think so too. Okay, up next, Cincinnati police have made their very first drone arrest. And I don't mean the drone helped officers to arrest someone. I mean the suspect actually appears to give himself up directly to the drone.
Cincinnati Police Sergeant Eric Franz says it all happened in the 200 block of Peach Street in Over the Rhine.
They knew he was in the building. They'd seen him earlier. So they spent about 2 or 3 hours in the building looking for him and couldn't find him.
Police were looking for Sashay Walton, a man with multiple felony warrants for his arrest. When the sergeant flew a drone 6 stories up,
somebody on the ground was talking to him on the cell phone and said, "Look behind you," and he turned around and saw the drone, giving us that really nice look that he gave us.
The jig was up.
Got up, lit a cigarette up, gave us the 1-second sign.
One last cigarette before being taken to the Hamilton County Jail. Sergeant Franz says technology has taken off from when he first started with the department 30 years ago.
We used to have to climb into attics. We used to have to climb on top roofs. Now we don't have to do that anymore. We've got the technology where we don't have to put anybody in harm's way.
He says the drones are being used for traffic and SWAT incidents, as well as being used to monitor large crowds at area festivals. He wants the focus to be clear. Police aren't using these to violate privacy rights or look in people's windows.
We're not looking for people jaywalking. We're not looking for people running red lights. We're using this technology to find violent criminals and apprehend them.
Okay, I'm just been handed this from my producer that doesn't exist. The suspect's parents were also arrested for naming him Sashay. What the hell? Who names him? First of all, Sashay, dumb name. To a dude? You can see him in the class. John, here. Frank, here. Sashay, kids. Think about what you name your children before you do it, parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arlington police have used thermal imaging technology from their drone to also find another man hiding on top of a roof, this time a storage building.
Can you see about getting a perimeter for us? We might need a K9 and some units at the storage unit. We can lock it down.
K9 13 to drone, just confirming we're heading in the right direction and let us know when they're close to him.
Why do they always go to the roofs? Why do they think they're so clever? I'll just hide here on the roof and be really still.
Come here now! Over here to my sound of my voice! Come here right now!
Wow. Jeez. Oh my God.
Come here! Come to my flat!
I've got a flashlight on him.
Come down over here!
Keep walking over here!
Before drones, did criminals just hide on roofs and get away with it?
Every time.
Is that why they're doing that? My default hiding space is roof. Wow. Wow. Thank goodness for drones. Hey, Sean?
Yeah, absolutely. And that was an important story because, in fact, it showed how quickly drones can react at the moment as well, because there was actually an incident at a gas station where he allegedly attacked his girlfriend and then ran off into this storage business to hide when witnesses obviously became involved. So, yeah, this wasn't a long search, so they were able to get the drone up quickly, switch the thermal on and track him dead straight down. So really good use for drones. Fantastic.
Excellent. Yes. Apprehend those dumbasses.
Indeed. Up next, French authorities are looking at changing legislation to allow police to use drones for surveillance. Basically, what they're looking to do is attempt to combat reckless motorcycle rallies, which can prove deadly, which are extremely popular in the country, apparently. Now, privacy laws have previously prevented police from using drones in this way. The changes are being proposed by two parliamentarians looking to get what they see as a significant safety issue under control. Now, it is expected to be a little bit of a privacy hot potato focus battle, with authorities being clear they do not want unsuspecting and innocent members of the public being under covert surveillance. It should be an interesting one because, again, as the officer was explaining in the last video, he again was saying we're not looking to look through people's windows, we're not looking to catch jaywalkers. These are for specific roles, and I think we're going to see that with surveillance drones more and more.
Right. By the way, the train's coming. Can you hear it? Can you hear the train?
Yeah.
I tell them, I say, no trains on Thursday nights. Just no trains at all. After sunset, no trains. They lied to me.
Except
They
the
said,
super chat train.
Oh, yeah. Super chat train, of course, takes precedent. Back to you in the newsroom.
Up next, an interesting story.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Sean's reaction time has to be forgiven because it's like, what is it, 2 a.m. over there now?
Yeah, I'm
You've been
also,
up all day. Yeah.
It's after 1 a.m. certainly.
Thank you very much for filling in for
anytime.
the ailing
anything for
Jeff Sills.
Anything for Jeff Sills. Anything for Jeff Sills.
Awesome.
Yeah, so up next, there's an interesting story just showing some of the concerns about how drones interact with wildlife.
Oh, right, yes.
Wildlife researchers have gone all in on drones. They used to need airplanes to get aerial data, and now they can do it cheaply and easily with an off-the-shelf gadget. But drone use for research may have a downside. Wild animals could be getting seriously stressed out by all the drones, even if they aren't showing it. A study from the University of Minnesota describes researchers terrifying some black bears for the sake of science. Not that they really meant to. They flew a small quadcopter over 4 wild bears that had been equipped with heart rate monitors and GPS trackers. The drones never got closer than about 46 yards from the bears, so not exactly getting in their faces. The bears panicked anyway. Despite the fact that the copter didn't get very close and the bears didn't act frightened, the heart rate monitors recorded huge jumps in each bear's pulse every time the copter came near. That's interesting because an earlier study showed wild birds didn't react to a drone until it was around 10 or 15 feet away. Even flamingos, which are known to be skittish. Without heart rate data to go by, those researchers concluded birds just don't mind drones very much. The bear study's lead author says he would have thought the same thing if the bears hadn't been wearing monitors. The study definitely gives some food for thought, but it's not likely to stem the tide of research drones. Even if they stress out the animals, scientists are likely to conclude that the benefits still outweigh the risks.
Yeah, okay, to the people that say, we're scaring the bears, I say, shut the hell up. You know what else scares the wildlife? How about highways through their habitat? Well, how
bullets?
About bullets? Or maybe, I don't know, chainsaws when they clear cut their home. You know, they got used to the cars and the highways and the chainsaws and the idiots on the motorcycles and the hikers and, you know, just, they're fine. They're fine. The bears are going to be okay. Don't worry about the bears. It's okay. The drones, everything else, but the drones are ruining it. I digress.
Yes, the Brussels Airport Company are using drones to fly within the boundaries of their airport to basically test if the loud and large drones can actually help decrease the risk of bird strike. Now, the flights along the runway sides are intended to keep noise disruption up so birds do not return to the soon-to-be-in-use runway. Earlier trials showed that the tactic can actually be successful, especially flushing out birds from the grassy margins beside the runways. The current models have also been fitted with speakers that can blast what are described as screeches from birds of prey to enhance the fear response.
They're going to need that, and I have a perfect video to share with you. This was sent by Jim Black, and this is the scariest drone bird footage I've ever seen. And you would never fly like this. But just watch this. Just watch this. This is amazing. Would you fly here? Would you keep going towards this?
No.
No. Keep watching. Oh, it gets better. Because you don't know the ones that you pass over, then they're going to come up. And then they're all going to come up. And then before you know it, it's a horror show. Ah! And he made it without a bird hitting him. So what does he do? He turns towards back. Does he go up? You should go up. You should count your blessings at this point and just go straight up and save your drone. Because birds are still flying close to your drone. But no, what does he do? He goes towards it again. What are you doing? You're crazy.
That's a great video. That's got to be 1 million views. He's got to have 1 billion views on that.
Oh, he has 7 views.
That's scary.
7?
Yeah. Here's part of the reason. I'll just throw this in the news. This is very important if you're trying to be any kind of success at YouTube. Kelly, you're a YouTuber as well. What is YouTube death? I've said it before. What is YouTube certain death for your channel?
I have no idea.
Sean, what is it?
Marking it for kids.
Boom. That is what I'm talking
kids.
about. I get videos from people all the time. If you mark it for kids, that doesn't mean that, yeah, kids can watch it along with adults. This is from, I think, Copa, right? And you have to set this on your channel. And if you set it for YouTube, for kids, that means all of your content is just kid content. That means no comments, no likes displayed, no recommendations. It is YouTube death.
So if you set that, only kids are seeing it on the YouTube Kids channel.
Yes, and people mistake that all the time. They think, oh yeah, kids can watch this, and they set it for kid-friendly content. No. Change it now. You're welcome. Now back to the news.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next up, we have a video of a commercial drone which performs ultrasonic thickness inspections.
Introducing the Sky Gauge, the unmanned system designed for both visual and wall thickness inspection.
Nice.
Using the Sky Gauge, workers stay on the ground while the drone performs inspections in hazardous locations.
That's cool, man.
Stability is fundamental for collecting thickness data because the inspection requires precise contact with the surface in predetermined locations. The Sky Gauge is uniquely suited for this by reinventing how drones fly.
Look at that!
It features a stable frame by tilting the rotors to control the aircraft. Flying near structures creates strong air turbulence. The tilting rotors instantaneously correct for turbulence, wind, and gusts to maintain precise contact. If a single data point is not enough, the Sky Gauge is able to perform a continuous linear scan.
That's neat.
The Sky Gauge
Look at
can
this.
hover at any angle with the tilting rotor design. This is ideal for inspecting slope or curved surfaces. But most of all, the Sky Gauge is a multi-purpose tool for inspectors. Attach a wire brush for cleaning inspection surfaces.
Ooh.
Angle beam probe for weld inspection.
Ooh, probes.
Or phased array probe for corrosion mapping. The Sky Gauge is a revolutionary drone for any inspection. Improve worker safety, reduce downtime, and minimize costs.
Put on a hard hat.
Discover what the Sky Gauge can do for you and your inspection teams.
That's really cool. I don't know why, but I want one.
I think it was the guy's voice that sold
That's what it
John.
was. That's what it was. And because I can 3D print my own attachments. Ladies. Sorry. Sorry. Was that too much? That's too much. Hey, I didn't say anything. It's in your mind. If you thought it, that's on you. Now back to the news.
Exactly. Okay, Skydio have been demonstrating the effectiveness of their enterprise drone with a demonstration using the drone to support fire services.
Oh, this is cool.
In this suburban chemical processing plant, an incident that threatens the safety of workers, the environment, and local population is just ignited.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, this is the foreman, Downey. We have a large gas fire on the southeast refinery, stack 12. Requesting additional engines.
As witnesses and network sensors start to notify 911 of the fire, dispatchers immediately send firefighters and trucks to the scene.
All units, we have a fire at 1300 East Elm Street.
As firefighters arrive, the incident commander prepares to do a 360-degree scout around the fire. But there's a problem. The heat and wind prevent him from moving to the backside of the burning plant. As his crew prepares to tackle the fire, he directs the lieutenant to deploy a new tool on the truck, the Skydio X2, an autonomous drone. Unencumbered by a tether or a complex controller, Skydio X2 can be deployed in just under 2 minutes. The vehicle can be placed in a fully autonomous orbit of the scene, automatically navigating around obstacles it sees in its 360-degree navigation cameras with no input from the pilot. This immediate bird's-eye perspective allows the incident commander to make sure his trucks and firefighters are in the best position to fight the blaze.
That's really cool. But watching a consumer level Skydio with 12 cameras follow me on my e-bike at Minefield was nerve-wracking. I just sent it up and I just hope. I'll watch the footage later. Just listen for it to crash it. Because it flies like nobody would control it. There's like a person would never. It's like, yeah. I mean, it's amazing technology. Amazing. And that looks pretty cool. But you'd have to have carbon fiber props on it, otherwise it would melt from the heat, right? Excellent.
I would hope so.
Sean, is that it? Is that all the news?
That is the news.
Are you sleepy?
I'm a little bit sleepy.
Are you gonna watch? Are you gonna watch the rest of the show, or are you gonna go to sleep?
Oh no, I always watch TNL. So I may as well be on here doing the news because Oh, by the way, Ken, what's that behind you?
What?
There's a
is there a spider
thing
There's spider
behind you?
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are talking about something behind you.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You must be talking about. My water bottle?
That's it.
Yeah.
I could just see the corner of it out. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's just my water bottle back there. No big deal. All right. Thank you, Sean.
No, thank you. Get well soon, Jeff. We love you.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Oh, how about that guy? Huh? He's my favorite limey. Is that bad? Is that bad to say? That's bad to say. Yeah. That's a bad thing to say.
Is that offensive?
I think so. Yeah. I think. Well, they call us Yanks.
Oh.
So let me have a joke, and then we'll get. And then look at Scoob back there.
Scooby's crying because she wants out.
Aw.
Yeah, but as soon as I let her out, she'll try to get back in.
Back in. Okay. Well, let's hear it. Let's hear a joke.
Okay. What's the best pan to use to make sushi?
What?
Japan.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. So before we bring in Jason Shepard from RemotePilot101.com and M0A, and we've got a lot to talk about. There was something I wanted to just a couple of things I wanted to share, and I've got a lot of viewer videos that I'm going to get to here in just a minute. Okay. Somebody sent me this. It's from TikTok, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool idea. Just check this out. Would a ladder be easier? Yeah, but not as cool, right?
I can't believe you didn't think of this first.
Well, this has been done with every drone that's come out. Somebody does this. This is a Mini, too, I think. But look at that. And then what do you do? Spin it to turn it on. Yeah.
Nice.
That was awesome. What a
Is
great
Ken Heron on TikTok?
No. I'm too old for TikTok. I tried signing up, and they're like, get out of here, old man. That's what they said. So, of course, my password was 23 skidoo, so they knew I was old.
That's so old, nobody in the chat knows what you're talking about.
23 skidoo! Okay, and then just one more thing. One more thing I wanted to share.
Oh, by the way, Mudball Creative says, why didn't they just put the new light bulb in when they took that old one out?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and can you take a light bulb out the same way? Good point. Good point. They had a ladder. They're just... Yeah. All right, so speaking of innovative videos, this was sent to me by Red Baron. And tell me if this reminds you of anything. Kelly, okay?
Aha.
It's pretty cool, man. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a bird.
It's a headless superhero.
You can't see his head, but I think it's there.
Is it there?
Yeah. I actually bought a little figure like this. I was going to do it with the X-Night 360 camera. But, Kelly, does this remind you of anything?
Didn't you do something? It's probably been 6 or 7 years ago with, I want to say, like, baby hands or something.
Funny you should say that. Yes, I did. Enjoy this.
In this world of hate
and you're in
evil, there exists a reluctant superhero, a hero who learned how to fly before he could walk. That hero is Super Baby.
Help, I'm a damsel in distress. Super Baby, please come save me. The monster has me. Oh my gosh, help. Help me, Super Baby.
Super Baby.
You remember Super Baby, right?
Yeah.
Super Baby, save me. You're my hero.
If ever you're in trouble, just look to the sky, for there you might see Super Baby.
Yeah. And then how did I put that together? That was actually
And
a Phantom
now
3.
For the surgery.
Wire in here.
Special
Anyway,
appearance
that's how I
by
did it.
Kelly Green. You remember
My
that?
favorite part was, the villain wasn't such a bad guy. He tied the girl to the tracks.
Yeah.
But yet laid a nice blanket under her so she wouldn't get dirty.
Well, that's, I'm the newer. I'm a more modern villain. I mean, if you're gonna get run over by a freight train, you might as well be comfortable while you're waiting. I remember she was an intern at the radio station. I'd known her like 15 minutes. I was like, hey, you want to make a video for YouTube? She's like, yeah. All right, I'm going to tie you to the railroad tracks, okay? You want to hop in a car with somebody you just met and I'll tie you to the railroad tracks? She's like, okay. All right, one more joke and let's bring in Jason Shepard.
A termite walks into a bar and asks, is the bartender here?
You get 2 for a quarter. What else you got?
What is the worst street to drive on?
What?
No friggin' way.
I like that one. No friggin' way. That's awesome. Oh my God, there he is. It's Jason Shepard. Uh-oh. Your audio's a little
wonky?
A little wonky. We can't say something.
Hi, do I sound like a robot?
No, you sound good. There you go. I think the applause were just deafening. That's what it is.
That's got to be what it is.
Yeah.
I thought I had an issue anyways. I thought my camera was in mirror mode. Then I realized, no, it was just Ken. I mean, it's such a similarity, Ken.
That's it.
That's
it. Yeah. Well, we are long lost twins.
It happens.
Yeah.
You're like the father I never had, Ken.
Right. We were actually conjoined twins attached at the face. And so they gave him the actual face he was born with, and I had to graft skin from my ass to make this.
It's a good look for you.
It is a good look. I've been working it. Welcome to the show, man. It's been a while since you've been on.
Yeah, excited to be back on. Excited to see Super Baby again, and I'm glad they're allowing you around children again too. So that's always exciting.
Great.
I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, my parole officer is very proud. Are we getting an echo or anything? I just want to make sure because that's the most annoying thing ever. Does the audio sound okay, you guys? We good?
Let me look at the chat.
There's not. If you have any questions for the Shopmaster,
this is the time.
All I see in the chat are Jason emojis everywhere.
I see that too.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly, I actually have a question for Kelly. If we can start off with that, I noticed, Ken, I was on Boshart's wall. You were on Boshart's wall.
Yep.
Your ex is on Boshart's wall. I didn't see Kelly anywhere.
I don't know what is going on with that.
What you got to keep in mind, it's a wall of shame, not a wall of fame.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. So, congratulations for making the wall. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about that.
So, man, a lot has happened since the last we've talked.
Sure.
And I guess we're a couple months closer to all the wonderful promises that the FAA said they're going to give us.
All the promises are coming. There's some strings attached to those promises and everything else too. I know a lot of people, and Ken, you and I were speaking earlier today. I know a lot of people are excited about flights over people and everything else.
Yep.
Like that's all coming, but there's a lot of legality and everything else. And do you remember all those crazy categories and everything else that really go along with that? It's not going to be as simple as everybody thinks. I mean, it's a gift, there's no doubt, but there's some interesting strings that come attached to all this as well.
It's not going to be a gift like taking the retest for free and then suddenly everybody can fly at night. That pissed me off so much. You know how many hoops I had to...
And you studied.
I
studied so hard.
So much. And I had to write a novel to the FAA.
Oh, yeah.
So then they're like, nah, you fly at night. Go ahead. I was like, what? Wait, what? I got my certificate
we let Ken Heron
laminated.
fly at night, we can let the population fly at
Yeah,
night. That's what they say.
That's what it is. So what kind of strings can we expect? What's new? Give us a scoop.
I was pulling some of this up. So we have to always be very careful with the language. So let's look at flights over people.
Yeah.
It says the final rule allows routine operations over people. And it also says routine operations at night. Yet the word routine is never defined. So we need some clarification, and we've sent out letters and everything else asking for that clarification. What's a routine operation? Because routine for Ken Heron flying Super Baby, that may be routine for him.
Right.
But that's not routine, the type of flying I do. I typically don't dismantle dolls.
Flying flying drugs and cell phones into the prison is pretty routine for old Larry, you know.
Exactly.
You know, but
exactly.
But yeah, you know, it is very wishy-washy because just like can you fly from a vehicle? Sure, in lightly populated areas. Okay, well,
sparsely. You got to get the verbiage right. Sparsely populated areas. And now Ken, go define a sparsely populated area. I mean, I know you're the
I can do it.
Tennessee.
I know I can do it. Sparsely populated. I'll give you a visual aid. Kelly, just take off your hat. There you go. There's a sparsely populated area. Sorry, my friend.
Wow.
I love you, Kelly. I love you, man. No, I don't know what it is, but I would guess it's a place with few to little people, but it depends. If you're in the city, a sparsely populated area will be different than if you're in a rural community. So give us a number, FAA.
Yeah, we need a number, we need all those sort of things, but they leave these big, vague definitions because they're lawyers that really write this, right? So they're going to say, Ken, that was out of routine. That wasn't a routine night operation. You know, as you were diving City Hall at night or whatever it is, they're gonna flag you for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's written for their benefit, by the way, not for our benefit. People have to remember that because they write vague things like, you know, in furtherance of a business. That was brilliant, whoever came up with that, because that covers everything. For a long time after that, I would get emails. What if it's my cousin's drone and I'm just doing it for my church, but I'm not charging them, you know, I mean.
Well, so here's another aspect of that. And just to explain what Ken is saying, many episodes ago, we shared about how the verbiage for who needs a Part 107 certificate. It's anybody who wants to operate in the furtherance of a business. Now, that may not mean I'm paying Ken Heron. It may mean Ken wants me to come fly over the radio station, so the radio station can post it on their Facebook. They're not paying me. I'm just their buddy, right? But we are furthering the radio station's business because they're posting this to their Facebook. That's furthering the business. So take it a step further, Ken. What about somebody who has a YouTube channel, is monetized, and of course now YouTube's forcing everybody to monetize, right? Now you're monetizing your channel, you're reaping a benefit from that, and you're flying a drone, or it is a drone channel, something like that. You have to be so careful with that. And a lot of people said, oh, I'm a photographer. That's not, well, you're using a drone in your method of photography. You're getting compensated. Are you being compensated for your YouTube video or compensated for your drone cinematography? They haven't made an example yet of somebody, but I'm telling you they're going to. They've done it in manned aviation already. It's only a matter of time until they do the same thing in unmanned aviation. So not to freak everybody out, but if you are a drone YouTuber, have your 107. It is just, it's cheap insurance more than anything.
And that is the reason why I got my 107 back in 2016, because in March of that year, now the 107 stuff happened in August.
August 2016, yep.
Yep, and I got a visit from an FSDO guy in March, and we had lunch, and I said, well, what about a monetized YouTube channel? And they said, is that a furtherance of a business? I said, well, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you can justify it any way you want in your mind.
Sure.
But just remember that the language is not on your side in that regard. It's to protect the FAA in the interest of others.
Yes.
And
yes.
But another thing that I'd like to clarify is, and I get messages from people all the time, especially with the Mini 2 and the lighter quads, the 250 grams.
Now Autel's coming out with one I just saw from Geekspana. So yeah, this will continue to be a hot topic.
Right. And DJI and other companies benefit from the ignorance of the rules because people will buy those drones thinking that they're outlaw drones, that I don't have to register them. Now, when you say you don't have to register a drone below 250 grams, that's still a drone, so you still have to follow the rules. That doesn't mean it's free range.
Yeah, so to clarify what you're saying, first and foremost, the rules say, yes, under 250 grams, they do not need to be registered. However, everyone forgets that's a takeoff weight. So yes, it came to you from DJI at 249 grams. And then you win a set of eyeball stickers from Ken Heron and you want to throw them on. And guess what? You're at 251 grams right now.
Man, I need to sell lighter eyeballs.
You need to sell lighter eyeballs is what it really is.
Yeah.
So it's takeoff weight. So any attachments, any payload, I'm telling you, a decal like that probably will put you over that limit. So you need to be mindful and careful of that. Now, just because you don't register doesn't mean rules don't apply to you. It doesn't mean you can go blazing through, Nashville's airspace or anything like that. The rules still very much apply to you. And then, in fact, this is another misconception. If you wish to operate Part 107 in furtherance of a business, you have to register that drone. So even though the Air Mini is 250, or the Mini, I'm sorry, is 249 grams, if I'm using that in a Part 107 capacity, it still has to be registered, even though it's under the 250 by definition. So you need to be very, very careful with that. It is not an outlaw drone, Ken. I love how you use that phrase, though, because people really think that. I mean, I know you've got the banjo music underneath your pointer finger right now. You're going to cue it any second. I've known you for too long. That's the problem.
Yeah. But, I mean, now let's talk about hobbyists, people that have no intention of selling their footage or making money from it. It still would benefit you to get the education if you have the time, because just knowing the stuff for the 107 from your course has been invaluable. It makes me feel empowered, because then it's tempting to tell these, local officers and park rangers the what for, because you know a little bit more about it than they do.
Than they do. Isn't that the crazy part? So often you see that, and I feel like at least once a month it's some sort of news story where there's a confusion between law enforcement and drones and everything else and how we can operate. So really, we need to be mentors and educators and everything else out there, helping to really further our hobby. But yes, the hobbyists could really benefit from getting out there, earning their 107, especially now. And we should probably talk about the new Recurrent, by the way, too, because that's been causing some confusion. But now with the new Recurrent test, it's all online. So realistically, it's the $150 test fee. If you choose to use a course like ours as well, there's a course fee in there. So for, around $300, $250, you can have your 107 and you can have it for life, as long as you keep going through the FAA's recurrency every 24 calendar months.
And then you'll know more than the authorities. And the best way to educate the authorities is to start out with, all right, look here, Skippy. Like something like that. They love that. Hey, you want to know? I'll educate you if you want me to there, boss. They love that stuff.
They love the passive-aggressive Ken Heron, no doubt.
Yeah. But seriously, and let me know, Kelly, if we get any questions in the chat for Jason. Hobbyists ask me often, and I don't think if it has changed, because if you're Part 107, you have to register each one of your drones. But if
each and every one of them, and please don't forget to deregister it when you sell it. Yes. If not, you're gonna sell it to Ken Heron. It's gonna be registered. Jason's drone registered to Ken Heron. You all know how Ken flies. I don't know if you want Ken flying with a drone registered in your name, right, Kelly Green?
You don't. But if you're a hobbyist, you only have to register the one number. Is that right? And you put it on.
As it stands right now.
It changed.
We need to register each and every.
So even the hobbyists, because it used to be that you just get one number.
Could do just one, yeah. Okay. No, we need to register each and every one over 250 grams. And again, I would encourage all the hobbyists out there. Not only is it educational to earn your Part 107, and it makes you a safer real-world operator, and that's really what we're after with everything. It's only a matter of time, hobbyists, until someone says, hey, can you come, fly over my car lot for a Facebook ad? Can you help me with this real estate shoot? Whatever it is, like, you're going to stumble into these things, whether you're looking for them or not, because it's still something so unique. You want to be prepared to seize that moment when that moment comes up.
Right. Now, something else that's coming up with Autel, Autel's been known as the outlaw drone because they're kind of immune to geofencing, but they're going to be doing some updates now where Autel will be have the same kind of built-in restrictions as DJI and other drones. So
and even with that though, Ken, and I know you've seen the pictures, you probably shared them on the news, where people put the tin foil all over their drone and everything else, and they're trying to block the GPS.
Yeah,
people, no matter what.
Yeah,
there's always be those people.
That's true, but you know what? It does. most people want to follow the rules, I think.
Sure.
And why not? Look, not having to register your drone is going to save you $5. That's it. You still have to follow the rules. So if it's worth $5 to not register, I mean, heck, it looks pretty cool with a number on, like a tail number on your drone. So official. It's so official. Yes, Kelly.
You could do like the ham radio operators and get the license plate, Ken.
There you go. Yeah, Kelly, you had a question or something?
Yeah, you want some questions from the chat?
Please.
A few of them are lining up. This is from Shannon in the chat. We fly at our house in an unrestricted airspace, and small planes fly under 400 feet above our property. Is the pilot allowed to fly that low, and do we need to land every time he passes over?
Great question, Shannon. So I would ask, do you know the airport identifier? And if you could watch for that to come back in the chat. I would imagine if Shannon is correct and it's truly unrestricted, or what we actually call uncontrolled airspace, I've done stuff, and you all have seen my videos, and you've seen Ken Heron's videos, where we're chasing airplanes down the runway, and that's totally legal because it's at what's called an uncontrolled airport, which is Class G, Class Gulf airspace, and we have the right to be there. It is truly unrestricted airspace. So to answer the second part of Shannon's question, do you need to land every time you see them? If it's a hazard, remember, they have the right of way. So you have to give way to them each and every time. No excuses with that. So it would probably benefit you, Shannon, if you could purchase something like a handheld radio, a VHF handheld radio, and listen to whatever that frequency is at that airport. And when they're landing runway 5 or runway 36, whichever runway's final approach path goes right over your backyard, when operations are heading that way for takeoff or landing, I would just be listening. So you know what's happening, you know somebody's coming, and now you are going above and beyond and being that diligent, good pilot who's always learning, because we're sharing this airspace. That's what's most important here.
Right,
Gotcha.
And even if it's unrestricted airspace Class G, don't just go flying into an airport. No, especially not without a handheld radio. And you know what? Even when we do that, I think you did this as well, Ken. Anytime I do a shoot at the airport, I let the airport manager know. I let the staff there know. As a manned pilot, we know how the traffic patterns work, and we know most of the pilots that are out there anyway. So we're watching all that stuff, realizing that manned pilots do in fact have the right of way. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, that'd be like driving your RC car on the interstate. Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, yeah, odds are you're not going to kill anybody on the interstate, but with your RC car, unless it's big enough, unless it causes a distraction. But yes, Kelly. Yeah, another.
You want another one?
Yeah.
Sure, please.
TMC3D in the chat says, Jason, does the fixed wing model endorsement for Part 107 stand a good chance of being ratified?
Does the fixed wing, so we're talking from a model, like a 333 from a model standpoint is what they mean?
Does the fixed wing model endorsement for Part 107 stand a good chance of being ratified?
Could you ask TMC to clarify that a little more? Do they mean like the original 333?
Oh, you mean an exemption for RC? Is that what you're talking about?
Or do they mean an exemption for, exactly, just the standard AMA, RC guys and gals?
Okay. Yeah, because we'll come back to that and see if
you could just clarify that for me.
I think, the fixed wing guys who typically fly at an AMA field, they're all about remote ID, because that's gonna,
no doubt, no doubt. I think it opens up space for them and everything else. Is there going to be an exemption? No, I think those people have a benefit with remote ID. Honestly, it opens up more opportunities for them. You're not limited to just some AMA field somewhere.
So so since the last time we talked, Jason, how have things progressed? Because and when will be the date of remote ID, and when will we have to put the extra little gizmos on our stuff?
It's all at a snail's pace right now, my friend. I mean, they're still talking 2023 for all of this. And I said this last time I was on your show, and I want to say it again because I haven't seen anybody announce such a thing just yet. We know remote ID is coming. We know manufacturers are working very, very diligently for new aircraft that'll be issued in 2023 that'll come equipped with remote ID. I would imagine some 2022 models are going to come out with remote ID. Remember when DJI made the Mavic 2 Enterprise? They came out with ADS-B and that was, I thought actually that was going to be remote ID when I first saw that. I said, that's a good idea. It never really took off with that. They were an early adopter of it, and it kind of flopped a little bit. But they'll be coming out in 2022. We will see drones off the shelf, already equipped with remote ID. Where the money to be made is, I love my Inspire 2. There's nothing that can compare price-wise, everything else with my Inspire 2. But it's going to need remote ID in 2-3 years. And I see myself still flying it in 2-3 years. Who is going to make aftermarket remote ID gizmos, as you call them, that I attach to the drone, everything else, for our electronics engineers and everything else out there watching? Like, if you're looking to have a fun little side gig or hobby, that's what I'd be working on. Those are some patents I would be working on, and everything else, if you're savvy enough to do such.
Right.
That's the next big business with this.
Now, will ADS-B go away with remote ID?
I think ADS-B in unmanned will go away. ADS-B is full force in manned aviation.
Yeah.
In fact, even the fuel trucks at our airports have ADS-B, so the ground operations can see where everybody is. I believe it's the FAA's understanding that we would just be too busy with 600, almost 700,000 drones out there, right, or at least registered out there right now. If they all had to have ADS-B on top of all the aircraft that are out there, you wouldn't be able to see anything on your tablet or whatever you're going to see ADS-B on. It would just be too crazy. I think that's why we went to remote ID as a totally separate and independent system that's not utilizing ADS-B right now.
Now, I've got ADHD. Is that going away?
That could go away. That could go away.
And I got a little bit of OCD happening.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, now I have to talk a little bit about one of my favorite people, XJet.
Yes.
Bruce. I love him. But he did a video where he says that the FAA either has already or plans to destroy FPV. Your take on that, without disparaging anyone, of course, because everybody loves XJet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No,
he rants about stuff. He's a ranter.
Sure. You've never ranted about anything.
No.
Yeah.
I'm so evenly tempered.
Exactly. I don't believe. Originally was remote ID going to possibly hurt the FPV community? I think it kind of looked that way. I don't believe so as much now. There's still some concerns. One of my biggest concerns is the weight aspect of things. FPV is all about aerodynamics and weight. So if I'm adding external devices, most of these things are home built anyways that I'm doing. So there's another device that needs to be added to the equation of my aerodynamics and my weight. I don't think it's going to kill the FPV community, assuming everyone's willing to play and follow the rules here. And it's only going to take a few bad apples to kind of ruin it for everybody else.
Right.
But no, I don't think the FAA woke up and said, "Oh, that FPV community, I can't wait to squash that." But that's not the case.
But I do know firsthand that the FAA doesn't really understand what FPV is. They lump everybody together.
I don't think they understand FPV. I don't think they understand tethered drones. I don't think they understand cinematic drones. They don't understand any of that sort of stuff just yet. I mean, Ken, you took, and let's come back to this too, don't let me forget, you've taken the new Recurrent test. I went through it just for fun. Ken, the first image that popped up was some kid with his shirt tucked in, jean shorts, flying a Phantom 1. I'm thinking, this image is awfully old.
Yeah.
I think they were your jean shorts, which
yeah.
Jean shorts with cargo pockets.
I think you can take the Recurrent test on MySpace too.
Exactly. I was just looking at how old this course is, and it just reminded me, they don't get it. Like, they think this is drone flying right here, this Phantom 1 they got from iStockPhoto.com,
Yeah, it's not a priority for them because I keep saying it, the Jeff Bezos of the world, and now that Amazon said, we're not going to send the tube socks, we'll work on other stuff. These programs that are really just large companies showing off. Yeah, we got a drone program too. Pew 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 pew. We're cool. Look at us. Boo boo. But they're not doing it. They're all dropping off because it's too expensive.
No. It's just to be innovative. It's just, and some of it's a tax write-off and everything else, perhaps when you're that big. But something else to keep in mind though too. When all of this, think of the timeline of when this notice of proposed rulemaking was coming out.
Yeah.
The FAA was in the middle of the Boeing 737 MAX debacle, which is still kind of lingering on today. So they were so sidetracked with that. I've never met the drone department of the FAA, but I bet it's like 3 or 4 really hardworking guys and gals, while everyone else was devoted to the 737 MAX issue and everything else. So drones are and can be a bit of an afterthought, unfortunately, with that. And I think it shows in the new Recurrent course, just with it was old the day it came out, which is ironic to me.
Yeah. By the way, before it gets too far away, Raven187 says FPV is completely illegal in Australia already. Is that true?
Wow.
Do we have other Australian people? Now, XJet is from New Zealand. Not to lump those two together by any means. I know there's a difference between the Kiwis and the Aussies. Please. But now, Bruce showed this in his video. This is a chart that he says is from the FAA, and this is what he cites as one of the reasons why he thinks the FAA is trying to kill FPV. I don't know if you can see that if you're not watching on the big screen, but I don't know. I mean, it's still like everything with the FAA. It's left up to interpretation, but do we know this is an official FAA image? I mean, this is one of my first times seeing this and everything else. I mean, it's a poorly made graphic, so it could be the FAA. Yeah. That's not the only thing that leads me to think it is. So it probably is
Microsoft Paint.
Okay. So Oz by Drone, who is our good friend, he says, confirmed FPV officially illegal except in flying fields. No.
That's just, we have similar language, right? Remember these FRIAs we're trying to make for recreational flying or institutional flying at colleges and everything else? It's a glorified AMA field, essentially.
No,
let me look into that, Ken. Let me look into that, and let's revisit such a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, Raven says you can't even fly with a spotter. There's going to be so many people aren't going to stop. They're not going to stop.
No, And that becomes a problem then too, Ken. Just like look at prohibition and all these things. You take things away from people, they find ways to do it. And
they're going to be pirates.
They're more dangerous than
they're going to be outlaws.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, Australia. Oh my God,
I didn't know that. Let me look into that a little bit more, and we can revisit the topic for sure.
Okay, cool. Any other questions there, Kelly? You seeing going by?
Yeah, I'm going through it here. Rob Agnew, Drone Rob. Away from an airport, should the drone actually land or stay still to yield the right-of-way?
That's a great question. Typically, the best thing is going to be to do is to descend, just drop down. It depends how far away from the airport you actually are.
And what airport it is, because, all of these are not blanket answers. It depends on the airport, where you are, what airspace you're in, how high the plane is. I mean, if you can see a plane, if you can see the rivets in a plane,
you're too close. If you're flying and remember the seagull video you just showed, if that's how you see the airplanes going by you have a problem. You have a problem.
Right.
My general rule of thumb, if I had to give a blanket statement, is I get down to about treetop level. My mindset is, if the plane is that close to the treetops, they have way worse issues than my little drone.
Good advice.
And that's what FPV flyers say, because generally we're not flying above the tallest building too much, or the tallest structure. Didn't Australia have that rule or proposed? I forget what it was called. Maybe somebody in chat can say, but something about the tallest thing in your area, because the planes aren't going to be, because there's, we're doing proximity flying and through stuff, and we're not for the most part, FPV guys are like usually inside an abandoned building or something. But anyway, that. And
you would think something like DJI has been very, very hot on their FPV drone, which I think is a great entry level drone to get into FPV. Gosh, you would think they wouldn't be able to afford to miss out on the Australian sales. Right. So is it that outlawed to even purchase a DJI? Could someone in Australia right now go try to purchase the FPV drone and see what it says on the DJI website? That'd be interesting to even know.
Oh, right.
If you could even purchase it.
It's a hybrid. You can fly it like a regular drone, but then almost fly it like a real. But don't get too close to the ground.
Got time for one more question from the chat?
Yeah.
Of course.
What do you got?
This is from Lexus. Explain the difference in becoming Part 107 for Part 61 pilots and the general public, and if Part 61 pilots are able to sign up for RP 101 recurrent courses.
Yeah, great question. So what they mean by a Part 61 pilot is a manned aviation pilot. So you're already certificated to fly your Cessnas, your Pipers, all that sort of stuff, Cirruses, all the different manned aviation aircraft. Now, you can't just be a Part 61 pilot. You have to be a current Part 61 pilot, which means you have a medical and you've done your flight review within 24 calendar months. So a current Part 61 pilot, to take the definition a little bit further, all current Part 61 pilots need to do is go on the FAA's website. They take a little 30-question quiz that you literally cannot fail. It's similar to the recurrent test, Ken, where you check B, it says, no, Ken, that's wrong, try again. And you check C, and it goes, no, Ken, you got one more shot, bud. You go, oh, it must be A this time. And you put A in there, and you go through it. You literally cannot fail. That's how Ken does his recurrent test now, I heard. And you go through that, and they send you a certificate in the mail. It's literally that easy. So if you are a current, hold a medical, 24 calendar month flight review in a manned aircraft, you do not need to go purchase our course to do that. And speaking of that, Ken, that's actually, and Kelly, thank you for the question.
I wanted to talk about going the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I share this so much. You know what's been one of the best things for our business, because we started in manned aviation, some of you know, on our M08 channel. We started there. Oh, thanks for sharing that, Ken. Mm-hmm. We started with M0A.com 14 years ago. M0A is Mach 0 aviation because the airplanes we fly are so slow. We started with that, and adding the unmanned equation to things has actually just increased our business so much because you don't realize it. That test, that Part 107 test you went to take, you are, and Part 61 pilots in the chat, back me up. You are a heartbeat away from being a manned pilot. You're quizzed on the same METARs, the same TAFs, the same airspace, the same sectional charts, everything else with that. So if anybody is ever curious or thinks like, man, this has always been a dream of mine to dive into manned aviation and go unmanned to manned, I would encourage you to not only check out our M0A YouTube channel and everything else, I actually have a free book too, and maybe some of my team who's watching this can share it in the chat. I think Magnus in the chat watching this as well, and some others. It's called the Private Pilot Blueprint. You can go to privatepilotblueprint.com, and some of the team will post it in the chat there for you as well. Basically, you pay shipping, which I think is $6 in the U.S., and I'll send you the book for free. It's everything I wish someone would have told me before I started my flight training, saving time, saving money, how to get into it, the first discovery flight, everything else. And as Ken will tell you, because he's been up a few times, it is addicting once you get in the full scale.
Yeah, it's a little terrifying. I remember I had
Maybe that's because you were flying.
Yeah, I wasn't flying. I'm a control freak, but just being in a, you know what a Bonanza is, a Bonanza size. It's got the wheels that come up, so it's a faster. It's not like a Piper, so it's a faster across the country kind of plane. And a buddy of mine was taking me to Maryland, and I was all like, a dog on his way to the vet. Oh, hey, oh, looking out the windows, But then we got up, and then a little bit of turbulence. I'm like, But and let me ask you this: there were two pilots, okay? My friend and then a co-pilot. The co-pilot wanted to go through these big giant poofy clouds, and I wanted to too. Go through the cloud, man, do it. But the pilot's like, nah, he's going around them. Would you go through them? Do you go through the clouds? I thought that would be just. It was really interesting to be up there in the poofies.
Absolutely, you can go through the clouds. You just have to be on what's called an IFR, Instrument Flight Rules flight plan. Essentially, then yes, you can fly through the clouds. But you were probably VFR only at that time, which means you were not allowed or permitted to go into the clouds.
The pilot was VFR, but the other guy was instrument rated.
Yeah.
Okay. So he could have been like, okay, you steer us through the clouds.
Well, kind of. If you and I went and took off right now, we could take off VFR and we wouldn't be able to fly through the clouds, even though I have my instrument rating. We would actually have to purposefully file an instrument flight plan as we leave the ground, and that gives us permission to fly through the clouds. But then we have more legalities. You actually fly highways in the sky, whereas VFR, I can kind of just fly wherever I want for the most part.
Okay. And just for people who don't know what VFR and
Sure. VFR is Visual Flight Rules. IFR is Instrument Flight Rules. So VFR, I'm looking outside, and that's how I navigate. IFR is I'm using my instruments. I'm in the clouds, let's say. I'm just using my instruments to navigate and maintain situational and spatial awareness and everything else.
Right. Awesome. Okay. And once again, m0a.com if you want to, if you're interested in crossing over into manned aviation. And
I appreciate that. I think when you finally make this trip to Florida, Ken, your first official flight lesson is in order. So make sure you know that and you're ready for it. I'll send you some homework to study.
Don't do that to me, man, because I'm gonna love it, and then then I don't have enough money to.
You're going to need a lot of super chats. We're going to do a Ken's Flight Training Fund super chat. Is what's going to really, really happen.
Well, you know, the training is not cost prohibitive. It's me wanting a damn plane afterwards. That's the thing. I mean, how many pilots just have their pilot's license and don't own a plane? What's the percentage?
A lot, but there's flying clubs. There's a lot of different ways you can rent from your local airport and everything else too. You don't have to necessarily get out and own a plane. You can rent.
And if you're ever like, on a commercial flight, something happens, you'd be like, is there a pilot that can fly this? You'd be like, hey, that's me. I can do it.
If any manned pilots in the chat right now will tell you that's everyone's sick fantasy. Like, the pilot, both pilot, co-pilot had a double heart attack. Any pilots on board, you're like, I can do that.
Are they hoping for that? Like
I would be,
you're at a baseball game and you bring your glove to the baseball game, hoping you can catch a ball.
I'm here. Put me in, coach. But the funny part is, I'd be there in the Airbus. Hey everyone, Jason Shepard here, flying, making a video the entire time.
Right.
It's all about the YouTube.
So you could legit land it, Jason. 767's about to go down. The pilots have passed out. We need a pilot fast. Jason Shepard steps up. Could you bring her home? Could you land that plane?
That's my dream. You're speaking my dream, Kelly Green.
Oh,
so you can do it.
I hope the pilots are okay.
Temporarily
died.
Right.
Just temporarily died.
They're coming back once you get on the ground.
Exactly. Someone revives them.
It's the craziest thing. Big news story across the dual aneurysms. And then they landed and they suddenly woke up. Okay.
That's my dream.
Okay. But now, if there's any more questions, Jason will be here for a couple more minutes. So think of those questions while I share.
And I'll be watching the chat too.
Ken, one more question in the chat. Would you buy an airplane with a rotary engine?
No.
Who would even buy a car with a rotary engine?
Good point, Jason. Valid point.
Jeez, that's ridiculous.
You sons of bitches. All right. So I have a video that was sent in to me by Stanley. And Stanley has a concern about this video. He says, Ken, this would be a great discussion on your Thursday show. The drone operator here in Gainesville, Georgia, thinks it's okay to fly over a football team taking the field. I reported them, hoping the FAA would just explain the rules that they seem to be not understanding. Stanley, okay? So I'm going to play this, and I actually agree and disagree with Stanley on this. And we'll check this out. Wherever it is. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So here we are. Now, we are flying over non-participators, it looks like.
Yeah.
And maybe you can back me up on this, but if you get with the school or wherever this is, you have to get both with the home team here and say, this is what we're going to do, and then get with the away team and say, this is what we're planning on doing. Then they're participators, but the audience is not. So when he's flying over the audience, he is in violation. Do you agree?
I totally agree with you. The rule reads, flight over non-participants is prohibited. The definition of a participant, let's start with that, is anybody within your control zone, right by visual observer, person manipulating the flight controls, remote pilot command, anybody associated with my operation. I could also then go over to the football team and say, I'll be flying over you guys. It's all good. If something goes wrong, go here, all that sort of stuff. They're participants in this. There's no chance, I guess, unless they made a loudspeaker announcement. Hey, everybody, you're now participants.
Right. You're all my visual observers. No, I've done that. I've done that on the bullhorn. All right, everybody, you're my VOs.
Yeah. So it's dicey. And then remember too, our flight over people, the drone has to fit into, one of 4 categories as well. I don't know what kind of drone he was flying here, and this was probably well before that notice of proposed rulemaking even came out. So
right, but there's just so many different flavors of what's okay. Yeah. And people are always looking for, what if it's a Cinewhoop, or what if it's a ducted drone, or what if it has prop guards on it? It's not as easy as just that. There's a whole other thing. But who knows? Maybe next year we'll take the Recurrent and then bippity-bop, fly over people. We don't care. Thanks,
Exactly.
FAA. You know, we're jumping through all these hoops. It's so fluid.
Exactly.
It's so fluid.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, Kelly, is there any other questions?
What about 20-gram ducted tiny whoops?
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
sure what that means.
That's what we were just talking about.
Okay.
Well, this isn't so tiny, but it's a ducted.
It's ducted. That's how I'll read. Let me pull up the regulation real quick for you and read it to you exactly what a category 1 weighs 0.55 pounds or less, including everything on board or otherwise attached to the aircraft at the time of takeoff. There's that takeoff weight again, and throughout the duration of each operation. I don't know how the drone's going to get heavier throughout operation, but they put that in there just in case somebody figures it out. And contains no exposed rotating parts that would cause laceration. So that's, like you said, the ducted type engine. That's a category 1, and category 1 is allowed or is permitted to operate over people.
And that is with your 107.
With a 107, yes, please.
Yes, these are not hobbyists. And just another thing, don't be terrified of the FAA, because if you do something wrong, they're going to talk to you first. They're going to give you a call, and they're going to be very polite. Hey, you know, did you do this? Oh, well, okay. And then you go like, well, I didn't know. And then they'll be like, okay, well, don't do it again. And then, you know, even if you do it again, then they'll call you again. And, you know, you get a few chances because before they, and then they'll start sending you mail.
Yeah, you don't want that. When it gets certified, you're in trouble.
Yeah, if you get a written letter from the FAA, then you respond. I think someone in Philadelphia may have learned that the hard way.
Oh, but, I remember that.
Yeah, but yeah, they're not after you. And again, the FAA does not have a police force. It's
I literally think it's like 4 or 5 people all working remotely right now, trying to manage 700,000 remote pilots.
Yeah. So, Kelly, did you have anything else? Any other questions?
Lexus in the chat says, Ken, would you sell your Mazda and agree to never buy another rotary car if I pay for your private pilot flight training?
Wow.
The answer is hell no. Sorry, but thank you for Lexus very much. She just wants me to be safe. She wants me to have a safe car. I appreciate that. And I don't want to get into the car stuff right now. But Jason, we wanted to talk about something else very quickly. And I ordered one today.
Yes.
I ordered a GoPro Hero 10 Black.
I love it.
Now are you excited about this camera as well?
I am excited about it. We're actually running some interesting tests on the 9 Blacks and will on 10 Blacks and everything else as well. Comparing the DJI FPV onboard camera to the GoPros in various settings. We got one of the 3D printed mounts, so we're running both simultaneously. You know what? There's pros and cons to each. Adding the GoPro actually gets rid of seeing the props, which is a big complaint about the DJI FPV. No one likes on those hard turns or even just going fast in sport mode where you see the props sometimes. The GoPro at the right angle can remove that, but you'd be surprised. The DJI onboard camera outperforms the GoPro in some cases. It's really interesting.
Come on.
I'll be sharing it in about 2 weeks. I'll send it to you personally, sir.
If you have the GoPro app on your phone or wherever, tablet or whatever, then you got to notice about the 10. And I'll share a little bit of video here. Whoops. This is some video that I got about this. And here's just some of the features. It's the processor's going to be twice as fast, and it'll take the same size battery as the 9, which is good.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be the same size as the 9, although it's going to be 5 grams lighter. I don't know how they're going to do that. It's kind of evil GoPro magic, but so it will fit into your mounts, FPV people. Apparently.
Cool.
I will see that as I'm going to get it hopefully here in the next couple days. It'll shoot in 5.3K at 60 frames a second, 120 frames a second at the next resolution down. Hypersmooth 4.0 works all the way to a 45-degree angle, as you can see here comparatively. It's going to be an exciting camera. And it's about $550 damn dollars. But I'm looking forward to get it. Yeah, it's expensive. That's a thing you're thinking about. If you put that on an FPV quad and you're flying $1,000 around in just camera, not to mention
on a little 3D plastic mounted.
Yeah, I mean,
you
throw that on a 5-inch carbon fiber, and you got something with a comma price in it flying around up there, and doing all that crazy stuff. But
wow,
it's rugged. It's rugged apparently. But anyway, so is there anything else that you want to? What's coming up on your YouTube channel? Are you guys still doing live streams over there at M0A?
We're still doing a ton of live streams and everything else. We got a really exciting kind of content calendar planned out with Summit, like you mentioned, with a new GoPro coming out, doing a lot of those cinematic kind of comparisons on that. I am continuing to kind of share and showcase my FPV journey. I'm not as good as Ken Heron is just yet, but I aspire to be like him one day when I grow up.
I practice every day.
Do you really?
Every day, even in the rain.
I need to catch up then.
Yeah, I love it so much. But I still love my GPS photography drones as well. And when I get my car fixed, I'm going to be traveling around the country. I don't care if it's winter when I get it back.
Are you going to Florida? Yes.
I was saying, Kelly Green, how long has he been fixing this car and coming to Florida? I mean, I feel like it's been 3 years he's been promising me this.
Jason, this car fiasco is an absolute disgrace to people who drive vehicles, and I don't know why. He's sunk more into the car than he paid for the car, maybe twice as much.
Yeah.
And it's laughable at this point, so we're all just going to laugh along with him to keep from crying.
I'm going to come to Florida as soon as my tailored hazmat suit is ready. We'll come down there to the COVID Wonderland. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to take off in the plane. We're going to fly drones. We're going to blow the COVID all around the place. It's going to be so fun.
Can't wait.
But don't forget about remotepilot101.com. Use Heron18 to get your 30% off discount. Or is it 40% now? Is it 30?
It's still 30%. And sir, I tell you this every time, and not to flatter you, of all the promo codes we have out there, Heron18 is the most used promo code. You have an awesome audience. You have the most Part 107 certificated audience, that's for sure.
Excellent.
Who take it. I know we joke around quite a bit, but your viewership really takes this stuff seriously, which is awesome because it's by people playing by the rules and still having a ton of fun that we get more freedoms and everything else. So thank you to the TNL audience as well, just for really always going above and beyond and playing full out in everything you do.
Yeah, I have a new slogan. Let me run this by you, okay?
Sure.
RemotePilot101.com, your anti-dumbass website. Do you like that? Does that flow?
That is trademarkable. That's the word.
Okay, excellent. Well, Jason, thank you for everything that you do for the aviation community in both manned and unmanned. Thank you for being a tanned Florida god with white teeth that shine like stars at night. And thanks for being the smooth talking, good smelling Jason Shepard, everybody. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
All right, we'll see you later.
See y'all.
All right, see you, bud. Bye-bye. Woo, man. How about that dude?
You got to get to Florida, man. He's been waiting on you to.
I know.
You got so many great things planned. You got to get down there and just have fun.
I know, man. I got to get down. That's where I was born. I was born in Florida. Every time you hear an idiot in the news, Florida man wrestles gator, ends up with a meth helmet or whatever. I'm Florida man. All right. So once again, thank you, Jason Shepard, for being on. Now here's Kelly with the best joke of the night.
Oh, you want the best joke of the night?
Yeah, just reach in there, get the best one.
Why don't oysters share their pearls?
Why?
Because they're so shellfish.
Well, I asked. That's the best one, huh?
That's the best one and the last one.
Okay. By the way, when we play 1 second song, and we're gonna be playing 1 second song tonight for this. Okay, this is the Acasco camera. You're gonna love it. It's a Brave 7. It's one better than the Brave 6.
It's not the Hero. It's the Brave.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So somebody's gonna win that with 1 second song. And tonight, it's all mariachi versions of songs.
Okay.
Just kidding. Wouldn't that be funny, though? There's a metal mariachi band that does metal covers. They're called Metalachi. That's a real band. Yeah. I was going to do that, but they kind of suck. Sorry, Metalachi. Keep working on it. All right. So let's get into the viewer videos, okay?
Do it.
Because we've got a lot of them. And the first one is from Alex Phipps. This is a UK tower. All right. Get that going here. There we go. Hey, Ken, we recently visited Broadway Tower in the Cotswolds, UK. We would be very happy to have this one on the show. Alex Phipps. This is a great example of both aerial and ground video.
Do you think those two people knew he was stalking them?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Nice.
It's just out there. Like that. We don't have anything like that here in the United States, do we?
Nothing.
That looks like it should be on a beach somewhere. And you pull the bucket up and there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a beach castle with that castle-shaped bucket. That's cheating, by the way.
Great video.
It is. Good time of the day. Gets the shadows, get more detail that way. That is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you so much.
Well done.
Well done. And that was Epidemic Sound, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Free trial links in the description if you want to send in a video. Do it, but use Epidemic Sound. You get 30 days free trial. And then whatever you use on social media, you know, even if you cancel after 30 days, you get to use it. And remember, if it's not Epidemic, it's crap. And that is a fact, Jack. Here's the website, the email address to send it to. KenHeronUpload@gmail.com. Don't send me a big, huge honking file. Send me a streaming link of your video, if you will. All right. Let's head to Texas, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. This is from Trucker Beetle Bailey. He said, I was cleared to fly from the venue and FAA on location at the Germania Insurance Amphitheater in Del Valley, Texas. It's right next to Austin Bergstrom International Airport, but the FAA gave me clearance. This is the Pitbull and Iggy Azalea venue. I think it's a motorcycle on the track. See it?
I was going to ask you if that...
Look at that. Oh, that's cool. Can I ride my motorcycle on the track? Please? Wow. That was great. Thank you, Trucker Beetle Bailey. Is somebody else asking what's behind me?
A lot of people in the chat are wondering what that is right behind you.
Oh, well, you must be talking about... my Elvis sunglasses?
Oh, yeah. That's I think
okay,
that's
what I thought.
About.
That's what I thought. I didn't even think you could see them. All right. What's next? Ooh, speaking of motorcycles, this is a really good one. Enjoy. From Jixer53. He says, Ken, music is good. I had lots of fun making this. I wish I had more shots, but you know this takes a lot of time when you're alone. It is hard to film things on your own. He did a good job with this.
Is that a Skydio? How's he doing that?
I don't know. Some kind of tracking evil magic. Look at that GSXR. What do you think, Kelly?
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, that's a Suzuki motorcycle, Kelly.
Oh.
Check your wife's panty drawer for your man card. Sorry. But here he goes. Now he's going to do some things that I haven't done on my motorcycle. Intentionally. This is making me want to ride. Look at that. That's called a stoppie. I've done those by mistake. But I've never done that.
Question for you. How monotonous and painstaking is it to set up a camera, drive by it, go back, get the camera, go to the next turn, set up the camera, drive by it, go back?
Yeah, people don't think about that when they watch videos like this, because that's what he did. Back and forth, back and forth. But it turned out all right. Very good, sir.
Nicely done.
Very good. Thank you, Jixer53. Oh, we did. We got some more. We got some more super chats in here. Let me go ahead and thank everybody for these real quick. Oh, we got a new member too. Hot diggity. Yeah, we're looking for 10 new members tonight. I'll do what all YouTubers do. Just click the thing down there. No, I know in real life I'm pointing at my feet, but actually I'm pointing outside the frame to wherever that membership thing is. So do that. Let's get all those memberships. Newfoundland drones with a Canadian $10. Kelly should use reverse psychology to get on the Boshart wall. Oh yeah, go ahead and do that.
I don't even want to be on a stinking wall.
Yeah.
Dude, your wall is lame.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Put me on your wall next week.
I couldn't do it. Thank you, Newfoundland drones. World Drone Community with the $5. Ken, you should show your shirt that says, if it's not epidemic sound, it's crap, with Kelly's image on the back. I do. I have that. And thank you very much for sending that.
What? Have I seen this?
Yeah, you saw it at Minefield. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to just give you that shirt. Because, for two reasons. One, it's got your picture on it. And two, it's one of those shirts that's kind of stretchy and sheer. And I'm not built well enough for that shirt. But you're a tennis pro. So your chiseled abs would, that would show up better than that.
I am down to 182, if anybody's wondering.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Really?
Yep.
Huh. That tapeworm really working for you, huh? Dynadrone with the $5. I have to go soon, and I just got here, but I need fire drill to help me be safe. Yes, you do. And thank you for the $5. And Alexis, please say hello. No, not Alexis. No. Okay, good. I thought she was going to start yammering on. She doesn't. Alexis! See? I don't know that one. Thanks for the $20, Alexis. Please say hello to my buddy Jason Shepard from M0A.com. Also, tonight's challenge, 400 likes and 10 new subscribers for $216 in honor of show 216. Ooh! 300 likes and 5 new subscribers for $100. Wow. So here's how that works, everybody. We'll get 300 likes and 5 new subscribers. Boom, $100. Then we'll get up to 400 likes and 10 new subscribers. That's a total of $316 from Alexis. She said, right? I think that's how that works. Colonel Potter. Hey, Colonel Potter. $5. Oh my God, this is the first time I'm catching you live. I'm trying to do this for a long time, but it hasn't worked out. Well, how does it feel now, Colonel Potter? Colonel Potter, I can see you. We're using that special interweb where I can actually see what you're... Oh, you need to clip those. Colonel Potter again with the $5. Also, I haven't received my eyes from my drone yet. Yes, I've been intentionally withholding them. And no, I'll check. I'll check with my people. Hey, people, right. You got to get on that. I don't have people. I'll check
those
on
interns.
Yeah. Raven, I'm sorry. I will look into it. Raven 187 with the $2. FPV completely illegal. Yeah, we talked about that. Thank you very much for reminding me. That is sad. TMC 3D with the $5 on Bruce's graphic that Ken showed. Look at the Part 107 line with the fixed wing endorsements and beyond visual line of sight operations. Yeah, I'll have to go back and check that out. And thank you for the $5. Rob Patrick became our one and only solo new member tonight. Thank you so much for joining the Pigeon Jerky gang. And now you have access to all of the cool members only content. And it's pretty cool, isn't it, Kelly?
So cool.
So cool. All right. Don't watch him. It is cool, though. Levi. Hey, Levi Schaefer with the $5. Hey, y'all, if you're watching, like the video. That'd be nice. And Mike Roche Media. Hey, man. Thanks for the $20. He's up there in Syracuse, New York. Oh, Ken, what's with the baby Jane Hudson doll there?
Huh?
You know what he's talking about? Baby Jane Hudson doll?
I have no idea.
Did somebody send me a picture? Did you email me something? Something in the
I did
chat,
not.
maybe? What's with the baby Jane Hudson doll there? Lol. Oh. You must be talking about... my mouse?
I guess
that's what he's talking about. Well, anyway, thank you for the $20, Mike Roche. Really do appreciate that. Now, next week on the show, I've got a hot air balloon pilot. Isn't that cool? And you're saying, you don't have to be a pilot to be a hot air balloon. It just kind of floats around. Are you really piloting it? Yes! Yes, you are. There's things that
you have to be
need know.
licensed.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You
Okay.
can't just put the thing up. Unless you're Larry the lawn chair guy. You remember that?
Yeah.
What was that, 70s? Where dude just got the cluster balloons where he just got a bunch of helium party balloons, tied them to an aluminum lawn chair, and he had a walkie-talkie, a CB radio, and a BB gun to come down. He thought of everything. He's like, if I get up there too, I'll just start shooting balloons out. I'll come down. And it worked. It
Foolproof.
worked. Yeah, foolproof. I would love to get one of those a harness and attach a bunch of cluster balloons and make myself neutrally buoyant so I can just jump over tall buildings. I would. That's on my bucket list for sure. This is from Drone Viral, aka Jesse, and this is hot air balloons, and it's lovely. He says, I just made a video of some hot air balloons flying over Dutch landscapes. I think this is from the Netherlands. I really enjoyed making it, and I think it turned out great. From Jesse. And I'd be nervous shooting all fire up into that thing. Wouldn't you? You're nervous you burn your balloon up? And that's where the hot air comes from. From giant torch. Oh, we're coming down a little bit. Hang on. Oh, is that your arm hair? You know somebody with a hot air balloon has played with their flamethrower, right? Without the balloon?
Roasting marshmallows.
Yeah, doing stuff like that. Oh, the grill won't start. Hold on a second. You know they're doing that. I would. Instant
and
fireball.
It all fits in that little trailer.
Yeah. That is really cool. Thank you very much, Jesse. Drone Viral. Ooh. Okay. The next video, all I have to say about this is flurgandy glurgandy.
Uh-oh.
This is from Lars, our buddy in Sweden. And I tease him all the time that Swedish sounds like hergity flurgity glurgity, which it does to an American ear. I don't mean to disparage. But you'll hear a little bit of flurgity glurgity in this video. He says, hey, Ken, here is a treat for you. This summer, I documented the marine archaeology on the shipwreck. Oh, my God. Flurgandy. The SS Flurgandy on video using my drone as well as a traditional film camera. The Danish royal ship Flurgandy Glurgen went down in 1495. So it was, in fact, I'm laughing at myself, not you. Not you. So it was, in fact, contemporary with the ship, the Santa Maria. Have you heard of that? Same era. This video is a work in progress. So you are welcome to show snippets from it on TNL if you wish. Your pal in Sweden, Lars. And yes, I do wish. And I whittled this down to a few choice parts, but this is really cool stuff. And I'm glad Lars was a part of it. Check this out. See? Flurgandy glurg. Uh-huh.
So I process the data that the divers take underwater. In this case, this is a model that I have been working with, extracting frames from a movie taken with a GoPro underwater.
Här vid Stora Eken, det är en känd ankringsplats sedan lång tid tillbaka. Och det är inte så märkligt att kung Hans då med sitt flaggskepp Gripshunden faktiskt befann sig här år 1495, sommaren 1495. Och målet med resan var ju Kalmar. Och målet var ett politiskt stormöte skulle man kunna säga, där kung Hans skulle träffas Sten Sture den äldre.
Yesterday morning, Brendan, the project leader, and myself took our turn at diving, and towards the end of our dive we uncovered what was obviously a crossbow, which was very, very exciting. The other teams then went in after us, 2 further rotations yesterday, and gradually, slowly started to excavate around the crossbow, lowering the level around it and beside it until it was more and more exposed.
On our dive rotation, we exposed the crossbow, but we knew we weren't going to be able to get it out in the bottom time that we had left. So we came up and put another team down to excavate, our best excavator. They were down for an hour, worked it, but it's deep down in the trench. It's at the edge of the trench, so there's a whole meter of complex overburden on top of it. Firewood, barrel components, all sorts of small finds. So they did an hour's worth of work, and they still didn't get it exposed completely. So we'll put another rotation in, slow and steady. We get one chance to do this right. If we hurry, we could damage the artifact. So slow and steady. As far as I know, there's never been anything like this found on an archaeological site anywhere in the world. So it's a spectacular find, and it's an indication of just how well preserved the material on this shipwreck is here in the Baltic. It's really sort of a perfect preservative environment for archaeological resources.
That's really cool. Wow. And once again, glurgs to the flurgs. Thank you very much for... He even puts that... Sometimes he'll hop onto the pre-chat sometimes, and all he says is, glurgin' flurgin. That's what he says. That's it. And he's out. Thank you, Lars. I appreciate it. We had him on the show last year, I think, sometime. But, okay. All right. This is interesting. This is from Chris. This is an FPV party foul. Hey, Ken, I made a quick video showing my most embarrassing fail caught on camera. I smashed a friend's FPV controller. Then he proceeded to bop me on the head and torture me with a sticker of my failure. Ouch. It's probably too strange for TNL, but I thought I'd share it just in case.
Has he not seen Boshart's video?
Too
Come on.
strange. Boshart cross-dressing and dressing up as a clown? I think that's the high watermark for strange, so you're good. Music is original and recorded by me, and only me, for this video. You won't get a copyright claim. Thanks, Chris. Okay, so enjoy this FPV party foul. Oh no!
Oh no. What have I done? Kai, I broke your controller. I am so sorry. Whatever punishment you have in mind, I'm sure I deserve it. Just please, don't use a weapon.
I don't need a weapon. I am a weapon.
Kai, please forgive me.
We won't forget. We'll forgive, but we won't forget. We won't forget. We won't forget. We won't forget.
That's great.
That's awesome. Bop! Thanks, Chris, for sending that in.
You needed your skillet sound effect for that one.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Isn't that the best sound effect ever?
Ever.
Oh, okay. I need you to tell a joke while I get a picture. I forgot to get a picture, but this is important.
Oh. It's not really a joke. It was just something that happened to me. Last night I had a dream. I was a muffler.
Yeah.
And then I woke up exhausted.
Oh, jeez. All right. Fantastic. This is from our French, but yeah. Okay. Very good. Ha, 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 ha. All right. Wonderful. Little bit. All right. This is from our friend Peter Simonson. He's from France. and he's been a fan of the show for a good long time. He says, "Hey, Ken, a new try with my Mavic Air in the south of France. The wind was 20 kilometers an hour, but it did not bother the Mavic, and I was, for once, in a fly zone in a place where I could recover the quad in case of a crash. It's about lavender fields in the blooming season when they have this characteristic purple color. If you think the video is of any interest, feel free to use it on TNL. Best regards, Peter Simonson." But he buried the lead because then he says, "P.S. I had a new heart attack, but survived once more, so I am back and everything is fine." And sent this picture.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, dude, you kind of buried the lead there. You don't start off with lavender fields and then tell me you had a heart attack. But apparently he's okay. So that's Peter. And I'm going to go ahead and wish him well. No more new heart attacks. Let that be the last one. And we will share the video now. This is lavender fields shot with a Mavic Air in the south of France. And it is lovely. Enjoy. He goes from Tennessee all the way over to whatever that says, province.
Yeah.
Girl. Break it down now. Here's my lavender field for you, girl. Something that rhymes with girl. Yeah, shouty. They still say shouty? Is that still a thing?
No,
that's not.
no,
So it's not lit anymore either? Nothing's lit?
No,
that's gone. That's gone. What about Sheezy My Kneesy? We still doing that?
Oh, no.
Okay, all right, very good. Awesome. Thank you very much, Peter. 10 years from now, I'm going to be using lit. All right, now, I love getting videos like this, Kelly. This meant a lot to me. You know, I always bring an extra set of FPV goggles with me to give people the experience for the first time. And I did that at Minefield. He said, this is from Andrew. He says, "Hey, Ken, I met you last month at Minefield 2.0. You took me on my first FPV ride. I was hooked instantly. Took your advice and drove right into the hobby. Just wanted to make you a short thank you video and show you how things are progressing. Keep doing what you're doing, Andrew." So here's his thank you video to me.
All right, Ken, so about a month ago, I met you at Minefield 2.0. I don't know if you remember me or not, but you took me on my first FPV ride. Well, since then, I've built my FPV. I've flown it exactly 2 times. This is gonna be the 3rd time. And just wanted to show you how things are progressing. Here's the setup that I ended up going with. I went with a DJI air unit and controller and goggles. This is the drone I built, the Mamba, I think it's called the F4 with a 50 amp ECS and 2600 kilovolt motors on there. So most of the flight was pretty uneventful. I just went up and practiced some turns, but I did try a few rolls, and here's the first one, and I got uncomfortably close to the ground, but I was surprised at how well the drone can kind of pick itself back up and get going. I also spent about 12 hours of flight time in liftoff, as you suggested, to get some sim time, just to understand how the physics of it work. But it is completely different than, you know, being out in the field and actually playing with it. But yeah, as you can see, I practiced some rolls, a little somersaults, some power loops, and it was just an absolute blast come down. Probably got to work on those landings. All right, well, that was so much fun that I forgot to record an outgoing video when I was back at the field. That really gets your heart going. You feel like you're in the thing. I was scared out of my mind doing those rolls. Thank you, Ken Heron, for introducing me to the hobby. It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking time to do that.
That's cool. He did a good job.
He really did. And there were 2 things in that video. Well, 3 things. One, and Mr. FPV mentioned it, you have to increase your rates. The default rates on these things are never ideal for beginners. So do that in beta flight. And the other thing, there's 2 things in there that you probably noticed, Kelly. Well, maybe not. You're not a car guy. But he was driving an Abarth.
Which is what you're driving right now.
That's right. But his hatch works. Mine doesn't. But the other thing was, did anyone notice? Let me know in the chat. What did you notice that would drive me mad? Anyone? Anyone?
He wasn't shooting in vertical, not horizontal there at the end, was he?
No. The camera on the quad had a sticker on it, on the lens. You need to peel that off. I hope he didn't fly that way.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's a Dana thing. And yes, I still talk to Dana Williams, and I'm trying to get him back on the show, but he's very busy being a country music superstar. All right. Kelly?
Yes.
Choices up to you. After this, we're going to play the game, and someone's going to win this fantastic Picasso Brave 7. All right? So, do you want to see an FPV newbie or a schooner?
I'll go schooner.
Schooner.
Yeah.
Schooner? I hardly know it.
Come on.
Try the veal. Tip the waitress. All right. This is from Joe Cassiari. He says, Ken, this was the Lynx schooner leaving Plymouth Harbor in Massachusetts under full sails. I used Epidemic Sound, so the audio is not crap. And we thank you very much. Make sure that you use the link in the description to get free 30 days of copyright safe music from Epidemic Sound. They also have sound effects. All right. So this is from Joe. This is a schooner. Let's check out the Lynx schooner. How unusual to see that. Wouldn't that be cool to see that in person?
Absolutely.
You know, you're bopping along in your pontoon boat, got your beer buddies out there, and then all of a sudden here comes something from freaking 16th century.
Have you ever owned a boat?
Yes, I still do, in fact.
Oh, you got like a, what is it called, a pedal boat?
I got a paddle boat.
Paddle boat.
Awesome. That's great. Great job, Joe. Great job. Thank you very much for sharing that. Yeah, I got a paddle boat.
It's at your mom's, right? Who was in the chat earlier.
Oh, was she?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you ever see Renee Savacool, that's my mom. What'd she say?
She said, don't feel bad, Kelly. I'm not on Boshart's wall either.
Oh, did she? You know what? She'll be on the wall next week. I guarantee it.
You're right.
Guarantee
You're right.
it. That's how that works.
I hate you, Boshart.
Boshart, you son of a... All right, so let's go ahead right now and play 1 second song. And the way we do that is... Pick me! It's time to win! Oh my goodness. Anyone could win this fantastic Brave 7 from Picasso. Let me talk about the features. It's got features. All right. It does. It's a great little camera. All right, so Kelly's going to pick someone. I'm going to pick someone. If Kelly's person that he picks, if Kelly wins, then his person wins. If he loses, my person will win. Okay? All right. Let's see. Who do I have? I'm trying to pick someone that hasn't been picked before. Oh, okay. All right, I got someone. Oh, let me write it down. It's a long name. And so how this works is, and you can stop saying pick me. We've got our choices. How this works is, in an effort to not trigger the YouTube copyright mechanism, we play 1 second of a song, and Kelly has to name that song. And if he gets most of them right, then he wins. If he doesn't, then he loses and someone else wins. So win-win for someone either way. Feel free to play along at home, and here we go.
It's a song, it's a song, it's a 1 second song, so it's way too short for you to try to sing along. It's a song, it's a song, it's a 1 second song. Take a guess and see if you're right or wrong. It's a song, it's a song, it's a 1 second song. You can win a prize made in Hong Kong.
That could be made in Hong Kong. We don't know. Could be.
Probably is.
Probably, yeah, it probably is. Hong Kong, Shenzhen, same thing, right? All right. So now, I think you're going to get these. I think you're going to get most of them. But feel free to play along at home. Here we go. Here's your first one, best out of 10, 1 second song. If it's a tie, then we spin, but we flip the coin. of destiny.
Oh, there went my wife in her tennis skirt.
Oh, was she done playing tennis?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, where'd she go?
Would you like her to do another walkthrough?
Yeah, please.
Kristen, we need one more walkthrough. Slow and with purpose.
In slow motion. Move your head, man.
In slow motion.
Move your head. Turn away. She's live.
Will you wave?
She's not going to play long.
Oh, no.
Is she coming? Oh.
Oh, my.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Woo! Nice. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Here it is. Here it is. Your first 1 second song. Feel free to play along.
Kelly.
Yes. Yes, Kelly.
Caught up in you?
Wrong. No, that's 38 Special. Hold on loosely. Yeah. Or Hold on Lucy, as some people think it is. So that's one wrong. I thought you'd be better at this. All right. Here we go. Here's your next 1 second song.
Kelly.
Here we go again. Let people figure it out.
Is it Donnie and Marie? I'm a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll.
Yes. Now, usually I would play the hook. But I don't want to get a copyright strike from frickin' Donnie and Marie. It would just be embarrassing. All right. Okay. I'm going to give you not even a second. I'm going to give you a quarter of a second. And I think you'll get it. All right? You have to wait 10 seconds to see what people... I want to see what people guess, because you're not competing against anyone. Let's give the chat a little bit of... to see who wins in the chat, because they're all competing against each other. And again, make sure it's in live chat, not top chat. Otherwise, you're not going to get the correct time. Okay, so here it is. Quarter of a second. You should know what this is. Do you know what it is? I mean, that's not even. Let's see if anybody in the chat gets it. But I mean, it's so distinctive. Anybody?
Yeah, Johnny X FPV.
Okay. All right. And of course, Kelly, you know that it is
Sweet Home Alabama.
Correct. All right. Now, some of these are in your wheelhouse, but some of them aren't. For instance, this one is in your favorite music era. Here's your next 1 second song. I mean, you should get that easily.
I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made...
Man, I'm so glad that I can mute. I have this ability to mute. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, he knew what it was. You knew what it was, right?
Yes.
Yes. That is Madonna, Like a Virgin.
Love Madonna.
Still, have you seen her? Have you seen her lately?
Boy, it's bad, isn't it? She's had a lot of surgery.
Yeah, she looks like a piece of gristle.
Something's gone horribly wrong.
Well, you know, you keep propping up the shed, but eventually gravity's going to bring that thing down. Sorry. Isn't she our age? She's older.
Yeah, probably right, I would think. Maybe a little older, maybe 60.
Alexa, how old is Madonna?
Madonna is 63 years old.
Okay, not that far away. All right. I think you'll get this one, too. People are getting it, right? Oh, yeah, everybody's getting it. All right, here is the next 1 second song. See if anybody can get this one. I know it was very overplayed in a certain era. You're singing it in your head.
Return of the Mac.
Oh, my God. Your turn. Go ahead.
Good.
Yeah. Go.
Return of the Mac.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's it. That's, do you know the artist?
Mark Morrison.
Yeah, wow. Return of the Mac. I don't care. We'll get a copyright strike. Oh, my God. Okay. That's fun. Kelly, if you get this one, screw the audience. I will give you the camera. Okay?
Don't sing it. Bring it.
How about this? If you get this, instead of the camera, instead of this, if you get this one, I will give you anything on this table over here. I mean, I got some expensive stuff over on this table over there. Including... the Sony camera.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, okay. We'll play for that. All right, so here is your next 1 second song.
Hello, me.
Come on, metalheads.
Hello, me.
Oh, you know what it is.
I have no clue.
Hello, me.
I'll give you a little bit. I'll give you a little bit more. Did somebody get it?
I don't know. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, come on. Everybody knows the artist. They don't know the song.
Hello, me.
It's the real me. That's the next line. I don't think anybody got it yet. That is. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah. Spaz and the Undead. Of course you got it, Spaz. You metalhead.
Hello, me.
It's the real me. Sounds like he's singing with his teeth wired shut. Dave Mustaine and, of course, Megadeth, Sweating Bullets. That's what that is. I met Dave Mustaine. He is an asshole.
Really?
Oh, yeah, such a big asshole. Sorry, kids. All right. Okay. Now, what's the score? Ooh. All right, he's ahead a little bit, but I think Kelly's going to get this one. Wait 10 seconds before you answer. And don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat. Here we go.
Oh, great song.
I knew you'd know that. It is a great song.
I remember 98 Rock Double Q in Lexington, Kentucky teased for a day they were going to play this song. So I had my recorder. I had it all locked in, and I recorded that song off the radio, and I played it 1,000 times from cassette.
Wow. Yeah, people in the land where FPV is illegal now should know this one. His voice is so distinctive, and of course you know
I can't get to sleep. I think about this situation.
Yeah. That's Men at Work and Overkill. Of course, Kelly knew that one. Very good, sir. All right. Got 3 more. And, okay. I know. I can already predict who's won this. But, and this is another great song. I predict this is on your playlist as well. I didn't pick these songs just so you'd win, but here it is anyway. I know you know that one. Oh. I
don't think I'll get it.
Oh, yeah, you will. Come on. You want me to sing it for you?
Yes.
No, somebody in the chat got it, so mark that one down for the chat.
All I need is a miracle. Wow. Yeah.
And if I ever catch up with you, I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life. If I could only mute me. All right, we gotta hear a little bit of that. Just a little bit.
All I need is a miracle.
Yeah. I can do that, right? YouTube, that was 2 seconds. Come on.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm fine. I'm good. All right.
Jake the Snake Sloan has entered the chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jake the Snake Sloan, who pees on snow. He pees on glaciers. Did you know that? He's a glacier
I heard
peer.
that.
Yeah. All right, here is your next 1 second song, and I predict that Kelly will get this, but we'll see. Wait 10 seconds, though.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't? Okay, here's your next 1 second song. I know you know that one. Come on.
Is it yes or no? Is it a rap song?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, come on, chat. Come on,
I don't
chat.
think I know it.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh,
Carl's
okay,
Corner
I
got
see
it. Yes, very good, chat. Oh, that should be even.
I was going to go with I Need Love by LL Cool J.
Oh, no, that's Blame It on the Frickin' Rain by Millie and Frickin' Vanilli.
Blame it on the rain.
You know.
This is close now.
It is. What's this? Oh, man. Oh.
5-4.
All right. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I don't think you're going to get this, and I think it might be up to the Coin of Destiny. All right. Here is the last 1 second song. And Kelly, what's the score again? Remind me.
I'm up 5-4.
Okay. If he doesn't get it, then we flip the coin. Oh, you know it. Do you know it?
No, I don't know it.
Oh, no. So that's another one for the chat. So it is tie. And by the way, that is, did they get it? Yeah, Flirting with Disaster. Everybody got that. Molly Hatchet. Molly Hatchet, man. Yeah, Flirting with Disaster. All right, so we have to flip the coin of destiny. Oh, my goodness.
Can I call it?
Yeah, man, you can call it. All right. Here we go. Call it in the air. Just to show everybody that I'm actually holding a coin. I really am holding an imaginary coin.
Okay.
Here we go.
Tails.
Oh, it's under the... It's heads! Oh, no! Kelly lost! Oh, no! It's heads! So that means my person won, and that person is... I can't read my writing. Shandolamite. Shandolamite.
Oh, yeah. I saw Shandolamite in the chat.
Shandolamite. Congratulations, Shandolamite, because they said, pick me, please. They were very polite about it. So congratulations, Shandolamite. You got yourself a brand new camera. Here's Kelly to tell you more about it.
Well, Shandolamite, it's the Brave 7, not the Hero 10. It's a knockoff of the GoPro. You're going to love this thing. It shoots in 1080p for at least 20 minutes before it explodes in your hand.
Plus, the home version of 1 Second Song and a box of Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
Can I show you who would have won if I'd gotten mine right?
I don't know. We're not going to give everybody a trophy, so they'll just be a loser. Who's the loser, Kelly? Who's the loser? Oh, you loser. Look at you, you loser.
I'll rub it in.
No, man, there got to be consequences. We can't all give everybody a trophy. You can't do it. But congratulations to Shandolamite. All right. So there was a couple other videos that I wanted to share. Just very quickly here. What was it? And we played that. We did that. Man, I'm worn out. I probably need a little bit of Razz. Let's go ahead and step into the Razz chamber. My goodness, it's a lovely place to be. If you're new to the stream, welcome. This is like a 7th inning stretch that we do in the 9th inning. But it's a wonderful place to be. Nothing can go wrong here. It's a safe space for everyone of every political stripe. Everyone is the same here. Everyone gets along, our taxes are done, our wounds all heal, and our hair is all nice and floofed. That's right, floofed. But there's one rule only here in the Razz chamber. What is that, Kelly?
Please, no farting in the Razz.
I don't know how many times I need to say it. No farting in the Razz. Enjoy. X-Jet, you dirty bird! X-Jet! Shame on you, X-Jet! I saw you in there, and I saw him rearing up, too. He's like, oh, X-Jet, shame. I just said don't, well, you know what? Let's make an exception. X-Jet can fart in the Razz. It's okay.
What?
Yeah.
You've never made that exception for anybody.
Special dispensation for X-Jet.
Wow.
Congratulations. No, it's him and one other person. I forget their name, but there you go. Thanks, Bruce. All right. So what else? We did that. Oh, we did that. Oh, Drone Crashes Volume 4 is doing very well. If you haven't seen it, check it out on my channel. And I'm getting a lot of entries for Drone Crashes Volume 5. It looks like this is going to be an ongoing series. As long as you knuckleheads keep crashing, I'll keep sharing it, as long as you send them to me. If you want to send me your crash, you can do that. Send it here, kenheronupload@gmail.com. Make sure you include your music source or whatever. And send me a streaming link and not a big old file. And put in the subject line, crash, or my crash, or crashity crash, or something like that, so I know it's a crash. So someone sent me one for the next volume, and this is an ESC fired. Kelly, here's Kelly to explain what a ESC is on an FPV quad.
Well, the ESC on the FPV quad is one of those things that everybody uses, so I don't even want to insult you by trying to explain it because it's so obvious what it's used for.
Uh-huh. What does ESC stand for?
Escape?
Yes, that's exactly it. And let's escape and check out this video of an ESC fire. Listen to the audio.
Fuck.
Well,
Holy shit.
I ran out of bleeps. So it's on fire.
It's on fire.
Yeah. He's throwing dirt at it. The best line is coming up when he's talking to his wife at the end.
Yeah, I crashed out. I think ESC burned up on it when I crashed. Well, actually, I just sat down. Yeah. That was kind of fucked up. Yeah, it's me. I was trying to save my damn flight controller at this point. Damn. Bug, that's my battery. Leave it alone. Bug landed on my damn face.
Listen.
I was trying to get landed so I could get it off of me without crashing. I come in and landed. It wasn't nothing crazy, though. But it was enough. I guarantee you that's what it did. Is he shorted out my ESC, me and my PDB or my damn...
That's crazy that it can do that.
It's electronics, dear.
It's electronics, dear. That's crazy that it can do that. I'm guessing they're from New Jersey. Oh, hey, it's my ESC. Pee it out. Yeah, pee it out, man. Thanks for sending that in. Again, if you want to be in the next volume of drone crashes, send your crashes here. KenHeronUpload@gmail.com. If you want to send me something in the real world, like snail mail or something like, I don't know, candy bar, cash, your pet gerbil, whatever. Ken Heron, P.O. Box 1281, Huntington, Tennessee 38344. Make sure you poke air holes in it, if you send me your gerbil. Don't send any cats, because I will return them. All right. Oh, I still have this newbie one to play, and I wanted to share this because he's very excited about FPV. His name is Troy, and he's a FPV newbie. And he says, Ken, partly based on inspiration from you, I have jumped into FPV with both feet and love it. This is my first attempt at cinema-type footage. I used a Pavo 30 Cinewhoop with a naked SMO 4K Insta360 camera. Best regards, Ken. Thanks for all you do. See you Thursday. Troy. From Big Water UAV Solutions. What a lovely area in which to live, don't you think?
Yeah, that's really cool. What state's he in, did he say?
No idea. But he's got plenty of fresh air from the trees. Kelly, you still have no interest in FPV?
No thanks.
Why?
I like watching it. Because I know I'll never be that good. I just don't have the time to put into it. You've put hours and hours and hours to get as good as you are. I just don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
If I can't be good at something, I'm not going to dive in.
And I still wouldn't say that I'm good comparatively, I can put it up and land it without crashing. And it's hella fun, but no. I'm no Johnny FPV or Mr. Steele. Okay, now the viewer video of the week. Oh boy, this is so fun. And I encourage people to send me more videos like this. Okay? And the winner of the viewer video of the week will get some ND filters of your choice for the camera of your choice from freewellgear.com. Go to freewellgear.com. These are high quality, all metal and no plastic, glass, great stuff. They got lots of products for all sorts of things, for your cameras and your flying cameras, all that stuff. And the winner of this week is Jeff Udock. Jeff Udock, or Udock. Congratulations to you. And he called it something else, but I'm calling this the big ass shovel. You want to see a video with a big ass shovel in it, don't you?
You know I do. Is it big ass shovel or big ass shovel?
It's just a big ass shovel. Now a big ass shovel? What do you imagine when I say that? How big of a shovel do you think?
A little tiny shovel going into someone's big ass?
No. He says, Ken, feel free to use my Big Brutus aerial video on TNL. Big Brutus was the second largest all-electric shovel in operation behind Big Bertha, if you've ever heard of Big Bertha, if you're a shovel fan. Come on, shovel fans. Since then, Big Bertha has been scrapped, making Big Brutus the largest complete all-electric shovel. As always, thank you for everything you do for the drone community. The music is Epidemic Sound, so you know it isn't crap! But did you know that these shovels ran on electricity, Kelly?
I had no idea.
That's why it's so big inside. There's a bunch of diesel generators that generate electricity. And some of the verbiage on the screen will tell you about the rest. Enjoy.
That's a big-ass shovel.
Isn't it? I only wish that he was standing down there for scale, or parked a car near it, but it is huge.
Oh, yeah.
And I would love to fly FPV around that thing. But look at that little shovel next to it. You could kind of tell scale a little bit.
Yeah.
See those trucks?
Yeah.
I mean, those
trucks look tiny.
Yeah. 11 million pounds. Wow. Fan-freaking-tastic. Thank you so much, Jeff Udock, the winner of the viewer video of the week this week. All right. Before we go, is there anything else that you'd like to share, Kelly? I would like to encourage everyone, and I don't normally do this, to check me out on Instagram, Ken.Heron. I post often, and I will very often tell you where I am in the world. So, and I was recently in Chicago, not for fun, but I had fun there anyway. I met some people, and I will be going back. So if you want to know where I am at any given time, check me out on Instagram, Ken.Heron. Now, here's Kelly with one last hilarious joke. You got nothing? Like, for real? You got nothing? Dude, you got something? What do you got? Are you out? Are you out? Awesome. Oh, no. Oh, no. Our connection has frozen. Oh, well. Kelly, all right. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Why was the garden so stinky?
Why?
Because the gardener pooped his plants.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. I'll give her that one.
That wasn't bad. That was not. That was pretty good. And with that, I guess that's the end of the show, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Thanks again to Kelly Green for co-hosting. He'll be back next week, right? Oh, no, he froze up again. Son of a gun. Thank you to Sean Geeks for filling in for the ailing Jeff Sills, who I hope will be well enough and off of his COVID medication to be back next week. And thank you to Jason Shepard from RemotePilot101.com. Make sure you go there and check it out. Get all the information. Heron 18 gets you 30% off. Until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.
And bye.
enjoy pigeon jerky, the killer to process meat. Enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You enjoy pigeon jerky, a killer to process meat. Yeah. That was so funny.
You'll enjoy Thursday Night Live with Ken Heron and Kelly, Jeff and Ashley too. There'll be fun and quizzes and Kelly's misses. The bird is the word in the news. It's the #1 live stream, it's got pizzazz. There's only one rule, don't fart in the Razz. If you think it's funny, super chat some money, 'cause TNL is here for you. Yeah!